Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. We are the Titans. But deal with them case, Hey, Pat, this man is not deal with Holness case with them lies, them and them PR. Because I know it hurt me. Because let me tell you something, brother. And people, buy when I try out, buy when I come in, but we see it says something about the mic, so I'm soon login back. Yeah, yes. Pat, me say, one is get up in the house. Can you imagine, the place desecrated. Desecrated. And the guy come on with a PR. First, we see big nasty thinking, mama, with it. Who? The Andrew Honest led administration. And then put the pass out, and physical discipline that the world recognize. And may I play that too? Your barrel like 7, you get 500 million already and 6.7 billion more. That for sure you say nothing never did I run the place destroyed. But yes, still him I try to spin that. So he make all this now. Can you know when them say something all this I gonna repeat it. Him go and repeat it. And I put on all them I use them for poster. Poster child. Yeah man, you're up now. You're up. Yeah man, you're up. Yes, brother, you're up. Say something, let me hear you.
Microphone just to hear me.
Fix the mic itself. Just fix it.
Okay.
We're live, but fix it. Just touch down, fix it.
All right. I'm so
Are you good now? Don't move, don't move. You're distant, man. Don't move, don't move. All right. Hey, Lady Byron. Nice. All right. Good night, good night. Yes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. See, brother, I tell Pat this morning because me a club them and me see the thing just do some boom boom and first, so I've come deal with them wicked at the Titans.
yes.
Because Andrew Owen is a piece of work, brother. I'm lying evil, brother. Now, you could have borrowed money from IMF. Remember, I'm get 500 million already with them draw down first, I know him come and say 6.7, right? So we want to know if the 500 million got for the 6.7, that will make with 7.2. Out of the whole money, even if him say that a part of it, out of the whole money, on go 12 million US. Out of the 6.7, 12 million US a grant. But we not pay back. That is our great grand Pitney. It will go around them neck. But this guy I try to spin it. You know who first me say I try to spin it, Byron?
Yeah.
Big Mama.
Yeah, but you know, say, them are the spinning machine.
Yes. So him come and I try to spin that. That I'm not telling about fiscal discipline and country everyone good. Brother, we in a recession last year. Brothers. Yeah? I see the guy we put out garbage. Right? And he put out garbage. Say him say we cut down poverty rate cut down to 7.8%.
Yeah, that's what he said.
This thing from 8.2 7. In the
Yeah,
same time we have recession.
yeah.
And then in the third quarter now, after them say we come out of technical recession in March, in the third quarter now we go 4.5. When Azan come out, when everybody come out, when the tariff put on, when you say nothing now going for Jamaica, you know why I'm doing it? Nothing now going for Jamaica. You know why I'm doing it, Byron? He wants to know at the pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
Azan setback. Remember we talked about this already, These people have to go on, man. Not true, Pat. And by the way, before you say something, we see the one Arbin Hill. You remember Andrew one is come and talk about the generator, but point it out. Now we see Arbin Hill when run out, and him not realize we see everything, we look through things and we can see things. So him don't know what's background when him a chat. The light in the building reflect through the mirror, and then the guy swing off upon him and go up there. Him all a hug up woman. Sister people at GLP operative, him have round him where him a hug up. And I tell them, him a give them things for shop. When you look on the shop, see no water, man, no do that shop. And then they matter about the generator now, him a loan them generator, and then they take it back. But them to behave themselves, man. You see the man I eat that, man. Hey, but we're going to beat him again tonight, because this is how them try to mislead the people there. Yes, Pat.
The whole administration are puppet, yes, and the whole of them are idiot. You understand? From Wayne Henry come right down to Arberlin. Yeah, the whole of them are just a set a shambolic disaster for the country. Because when I'm going to talk about, you know, the third quarter growth, 4.8%, it could never coming out of a recession, as what them call technical recession. And also, they have to remember the third quarter consists of the whole entire campaign of the two parties in the general election. Growth was slow to the extent where Omar Azan come tell us at the worst him see the economy in the last 30 years. You understand? So we know them can come say nothing different in regards to where we are said. Cause nobody should ever believe Andrew Holness or none of them administrator when them come out and talk. Cause it's just straight PR, lie and propaganda. Yeah? So where that is concerned, we shouldn't even not listen to this guy talk to it. Because number one, him sick stomach. Number two, everybody around him, yeah, form this conceptualization of telling lies to the general public. Them work on that power platform. Yeah, because them don't have nothing set in stone that is progressive to come and speak on. So everything what them talk about is just lie and propaganda. And that is why the country is at a state where it is currently. Corruption, yeah, draw down the entire Jamaica landscape. And there's only one person that him operative it suit is Andrew Holness. Because the massive of the people are suffering. So when Andrew Holness go, sing like a Merry Christmas coming way with a 6.7 billion US dollar loan package and a rant and rate over the fact that the largest in the history. It has to be the largest. Because Jamaica never suffer category 5 hurricane, yeah, that does the type of damage where Melissa do to the island and left behind. So there's no way him can, make no comparison with package. And the next fact of the matter is that Andrew Wallace need to tell him and him Minister of Finance, need to tell the country what is the, interest rate on this loan and what is the understanding agreement between the government and the IMF, World Bank, and the IDB as it relates to what type of austerity measure have to be put in place to safeguard them 6.7 billion. Yeah, because we know how these financial institutions operate. They have to be safeguard measures that the country have to undertake. You understand? So even though they might jump up and say if hooray in regard to the relaxation of the fiscal year them, with them give them. But what will happen after the fiscal year elapse? We want to know that, because at this so the real austerity measure and high inflation as a matter of fact, the inflation will rise. But the austerity measure will kick in worse for the people them down there. And put this on top of the 2.8 trillion is all we almost at $5 trillion in debt right now, where this administration are rack up. We are looking close to 5 trillion in debt. So it's a generation upon generation upon generation have come wipe out this debt. And it can't wipe out based on the fact that there's nothing in the country to sustain that type of growth to bring down that debt. I yield back the floor, my brother.
Yes,
All
Byron.
right. But very solid points, right? But the Titan always, come with you understand, the proof in the pudding. Now, you mentioned some things which part, very, very much, right, need to put out there for people to aware. And as I said, we have seen where Andrew Holness seems like he's celebrating. You understand, as it relates to the amount of financing that we are getting.
Borrowing in a better.
and as what we pointed out, $6.7 billion, right, in terms of loan, and out of that only $12 million,
yes,
right, in grants. Now, what Andrew Holness need to speak on is how this is going to affect us going forward. It have serious repercussions, people, serious, right? Because one of the things that you have to anticipate that, okay, all right, the volume amount in which we are going to be borrowing are, it's going to be significant on us in terms of our dollars are going to be devalued. That is the first thing. We're going to have a devaluation in our dollar, right? Simply means that, of course, right, that is going to trigger, right? Inflation, right? Food prices are going to go up, right? And what is important also, while we're talking about the inflation, you're going to have wage freeze. You have to have wage freeze.
It's a must. It's a must. You're right.
Because remember, this was one of the items that Portia Simpson has to deal with.
Yes.
Right. During her time, right, getting that loan from IMF, right, as to try to balance it out with wage freeze. Right. So for people who are looking for raises, right, this is going to be a problem. And the amount of burden, the burden is going to be so significant because when we look at it, that now you're going to have wage freeze. And at the same time, having wage freeze, you have cost of living going out.
Wow, yes.
So just imagine that, okay, all right, if you get $10,000, right, just for the week, just for simple understanding, right? But the light bill is going to increase too,
Wicked.
The light bill is going to increase too.
Wicked.
You understand? All those expenses that you have, right, they're going to increase. But guess what? Your salary, your wage, whatever pay grade that you are at, right, is not going to increase. So then, look, it is really stupid, really ludicrous for Andrew Holness to behave like, and, look, when he's out there saying that, okay, all right, we have never gotten this substantial finances before.
Can you imagine?
It is just stupid because guess what?
Yeah.
I talk about it, Melting Pot talk about it. You have never gotten, right, a category 5 hurricane that, you understand, trust with 185 miles per hour. You understand that damage roughly about 40% of our GDP. It has never happened before. It has never happened before. I think one of the worst case scenario for us, right, was, I think, Hurricane Gilbert and Hurricane Ivan, right? I've never gotten up to category 5 and had done the significant damage, right, in comparison to Melissa. So the political rhetorics.
Byron, sorry,
Yes,
why you put in this before we even play?
Yes.
Hurricane Gilbert went back to, yeah?
Yes.
And Hurricane Ivan.
Yes.
Yeah, but let me tell you this. But that thing be in a 88. See, I mass up the place, but the drain them never notice so, brother. The place never notice so. So Andrew Holness could have minimized the damage. Yeah, and because no gully, no drain, no river training, the amount of place flood and pop and wash up because the water cycle.
Yes.
Rate up the land.
Yes.
And you fought this in a better. So
Well,
I have to push that and make him know.
Well, listen.
Remember, I'm coming to talk like we are talking foolishness in a Byron.
All right.
And we still understand the gully. Remember?
Yes.
Yes, still we never wrong.
Exactly.
Brother.
But hear this, and you made a very strong point, right? Now, when you listen to the woman from the World Bank, right, praising Andrew Holness, right, that Andrew Holness, right, in an excellent way, that's garbage. That's one of the garbage. Because when you look at it, Wayne, right, what sort of metrics did she deal with, right, process, right, to grade Andrew Holness' performance?
None.
she had not she had not done anything.
She just come visit.
You understand? So basically, she's just putting out a narrative to protect the status quo of crony capitalists.
Yes.
That's all she's doing. Protecting crony capitalism.
True.
You understand? That's all she's doing.
Yes.
She has not gone right to ground zero, and she not even to say, all right, let us look on preparation, right, as it relates to shelters, right? Because these shelters, they did not meet basic standard.
That's it.
Did not meet
You grade him. You grade him then. Yeah.
Yes.
So how to grade him when we don't even have shelter, we don't even have proper shelter. So
that's what I'm saying, that you understand what sort of metrics you use. Because if you put Andrew Holness as it relates to shelters, right, we did not have any form of proper facilities, you understand, that would really recognize as a solid, shelter, right? We did not have that. We have over 800 and odd shelters, right? And there was no basic necessities, right, within those shelters. People who had been in those shelters, right, were saying that there was no food, no water, no toiletries, no sanitary conveniences, and the list goes on, right? So that was a gross failure. You mentioned something which is very important on the next metrics. The next metrics that you'd have graded Andrew Holness under is, right, structural development, strong structures. Now let us look on drainage, right? We have poor drainage system from Andrew Holness administration took over, right? They have not executed no form of consistent drain cleaning.
True.
No form of consistent drain cleaning, right? You have drainage that have years upon years of debris, and it is only when roughly about 2 or 3 days away from Melissa, right, reach landfall, they are just hustling around to do cleaning and so forth, and many of the drains, right, were not clean, and so they facilitate as well in flooding, right, because the water couldn't get to push off, you understand, fast enough to go into a system that lead it away, you understand, where it's supposed to go. So that's a big failure again. If you look on the response, right, as it relates to the recovery, melting pot and lonesome after Melissa, right, again, slow, so slow. And then here's Andrew Holness. He's saying that, he went overseas, and, you have officials telling him that, they make comparison with other country and he had done excellent. Look here, they're lying to you, Andrew Holness. If they did tell you that, they are lying to you. Because the recovery, right now as we speak, when we are warning Andrew Holness, night and day we are here warning Andrew Holness, and listen, move the people from out of the contaminated zone. Move the people out of a contaminated zone and put them into a facility, right, so that it can have the zone cleaned up, right, and so forth, right? Even now, he has not done that.
No.
Seriously, Lonesome. Even now, melting pot, he has not done that. So again, ground zero, right, as we know it, and particularly for the most affected areas it relates to St. Elizabeth, right, the entire corridor in extension to Westmoreland, right? I mean, you have leptospirosis now coming out, right? You have serious health issue because Andrew Holness, right, has not, as we speak, after a month, more than a month, has not evacuated people from out of the contaminated zone. They are still there. They are still there. So I want to know, as it relates to which officials overseas, right, is telling him, oh, you responded so excellent, and in comparison to other countries and so forth, you're doing well and blah, blah, blah. I want piece of narcissist. Andrew Holness a narcissist. Nobody not tell him so. Pay lie I tell. You understand? We know that him a all liar. You understand the fuck of the matter? He failed. And Andrew Holness now start to internalize, right, as it relates to the amount of help that we are getting. Andrew Holness now start to internalize that as if, okay, people admired his administration. And he start to now cement himself to say because he has done well that Jamaica is getting the help. No, Andrew Holness. Jamaica is getting the help because Jamaica as a melting pot, you understand, definitely the culture. People love the culture. You understand? People love the vibes. People naturally love Jamaicans. And remember, majority of the people who are now spending, right, is the diaspora, right? Sending things for their family. You understand? The entertainers, right, who, you know, trust me, I mean, we respect, look here. What the people, whosoever they tell Andrew Holness, whatever they tell Andrew Holness, although we know say Andrew Holness I tell himself, you understand, all what I tell himself. The fact of the matter, if it wasn't for the entertainers and good Samaritans, if we are to say, oh, let us cancel out all of those aid that we have gotten, you understand, from all the entertainers and from all the good Samaritans, what would have happened to Jamaica? What would have happened to us? We would be in a very serious dilemma. So this goes to show you that the participation of the entertainers, the participation of the diaspora, the participation of YouTubers, right, and all those, right, who are participating, because what this need that Andrew Holness doesn't aware of, this need every single hand on deck. And you can't take a solo approach. You understand, to the matter and try to, you understand, have a partisan approach to that. You can't, because that is definitely a failure. And this is what we are saying, that, okay, if it was, if we are to convert the situation to say, okay, if it was Mark Golding, right, in power, Mark Golding would have long time, right, bring on the opposition. Mark Golding, again, would have set certain strategies, right, set certain policies, right. Trust me, it would have dealt with much better. And that's why what is significantly important as we are going through this is what we call good leadership. If we don't have good leadership, right, then everything is chaos, right? Hurricane Melissa, right, devastating. But if you want to understand that, okay, it can get worse, is when you have a poor leadership like this that we are dealing with. Someone who is arrogant, someone who is a narcissist, someone who just, you understand, want to take praise for himself, right? Someone, yo, this man is just totally despicable, right? Everything that he has done, if you notice, right? Anything that Andrew Holness engaged in, it just come like it ends with destruction, serious destruction. Anything that he involves with, right? He involved in our political process now of Ilan Gully. You understand? Seriousness. You understand the corruption, you name it, right? And the truth be told, one thing I don't like, Lonesome and Melting Pot. The truth be told, as it relates to PSOJ, as it relates to, in its entirety, civil society, let us reason now. I want to know if we are saying that, okay, it's okay for a prime minister to continue in governance, not certify his statutory, have his statutory declaration certified. Then I'm going to wonder, the same society expect Mark Golding to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. I can't understand as it relates to Mark Bolin make it his point of duty to ensure that he submitted his statutory declaration on time, and not only submitted his statutory declaration on time, but they are all certified. We have a problem with the man at the helm who is leading our governance. And for Jamaica to accept this, I am so disappointed that we are saying that we prefer a thief to be at the helm than someone who is honest. It boils down to that, and I'm going to call a spade a spade. What the society is doing in terms of PSOJ, I want to know the reason. Can PSOJ give the reason as to why they believe that Andrew Holness still need to continue governance? I want Jamaica for Justice give us the reason as to why they believe Andrew Holness, right, has not signed the code of conduct, statutory declaration cannot be certified, and he is to continue the governance. I want all thinking, well-thinking Jamaican, right, to really run an introspection. Speak to yourself. Go in front of the mirror. And you know very well that what the country needs is to definitely stand against corruption. We see that the PSOJ continues to be silent. What is it that the PSOJ is saying? Are you saying that you're okay with someone be at the helm? Code of conduct has not signed. The PSOJ is not pressuring him. Statutory declaration has not been certified. He made an attempt. He made an attempt where everyone sees it clear to cancel the Corruption Act that deals with illicit enrichment. And we are asking that, we have seen that. So what are we saying? Why are we having this? This cannot happen in Trinidad and Tobago. It cannot happen nowhere in the Caribbean. Why do we Jamaicans accept this? And this is something that's very frustrating. So then, me going forward, I am telling my Jamaican brothers and sisters, we need to go out, march against this government peacefully. The operative word, peacefully. And we must make a sacrifice. Hear what I am asking my Jamaican people to do. Hear the sacrifice I am begging you to do. And if you follow me, we are going to reap the result. Let me tell you something. Let me say this to you, Jamaica. United States is not going to help us. And I'm going to tell you why. United States is not going to help us because Donald Trump is a crony capitalist. You have seen the pretext that Donald Trump using on Venezuela as it relates to drugs. Then my argument, if you are using that on Venezuela as it relates to drugs, Jamaica involved with drugs running, Jamaica involved, United States, let me remind you, you have sent an extradition treaty. You have sent an extradition for Dudus. is in your prison. Dudos is in your prison. You have other drugs done that this government associated with. Then my question, if you are pursuing Venezuela, why not pursue Jamaica? Why not pursue Jamaica? Venezuela is a transshipment point. Jamaica is also a transshipment point. So then, tell me, and let me tell you the reason why you are not going to pursue Jamaica. The reason why you are not going to pursue Jamaica, because Andrew Holness is your puppet. You came and you told him, right, to vote against Venezuela in your first administration. Andrew Holness followed you and voted against Venezuela in your first administration. You came back, you told him to run out the Cuban doctors. Andrew Holness followed you and run out the Cuban doctors. You came back, you created a pretext for Venezuela. Andrew Holness organized, you understand, with drugs to lie to sell within your narrative. So then you're not going to do, Andrew Holness, anything because you're all crony capitalist. And so then, Jamaican people, what I'm saying, I am saying that to say this. Don't be naive, thinking that United States is coming to rescue you. It will never, ever, ever happen. They are happy. They are glad. Look, you think they want to see we, as black people, developing countries, come out bright and our future look good and we can live independent of them? No, they don't want that. That is why Haiti is what Haiti is. They plundered Haiti. They are now looking now to plunder Venezuela. And let me say this, Jamaica. What Donald Trump is doing against Venezuela, you think if we go on the wrong side of Donald Trump's book, Donald Trump will not come and plunder us? Who? Let me ask a question. Let me ask this question. Hold on there. As it relates to all of the laws that protect country sovereignty, what happened to those laws now as it relates to Donald Trump surrounding Venezuela? What happened to those laws that need to protect Venezuela's sovereignty? When it comes to the United States, all of them laws are gone out through the door. But Jamaica, rest assured that anytime we go on the United States wrong side, the same action that United States brought against Venezuela, it is going to be the same action that the United States will take against Jamaica. Wake up, Jamaican people. Wake up. And so then we have to be prudent. Because at the end of the day, our sovereignty is important. Our sovereignty is important. Venezuela's sovereignty is important. And it shouldn't be that because a country make a political choice whether Venezuela want to support the BRICS, that they should become an enemy of the United States and being dictated to as it relates to their policy. Venezuela is an independent country. It's a sovereign country. And so then, all the regulation that's supposed to protect the sovereignty of a nation gone through the door. Where is that? And the United States is asking The masses of the United States is asking. The Caribbean people, they are asking, where is the proof for drugs? Where is the proof? Where is the proof? So I'm saying this to say, we have to fight our struggle for ourselves. Let me say this to you, Jamaica. If we are committed and united, and we decide to march peacefully, let me use the word peacefully, because the next thing you know, them take me now and them say, well, all right, me threaten to overthrow the government, and then now me becomes an enemy of the state. So me I use the word peacefully, march peacefully. It's in our constitutional rights to march peacefully. And we are saying that the right and the basis of which we marching on is to protect our laws that regulate our country. And the laws that regulate our country and the norms simply means that we ought, as it relates to norms that govern our parliament, the code of conduct need to be signed. The code of conduct need to be damn signed. So they are saying to you that we don't have to sign that. We don't hold accountable to you. We voted you in. And we, the voters, the electorate, is saying to you that you need to sign that. And sir, if your statutory declaration cannot be certified, you simply need to step away. This is not rocket science. This shouldn't be so difficult. You continue to embarrass us as it relates to you and your wife. Sitting on the speaker's chair to protect you. We shouldn't have that. We shouldn't have that. So we need to march on those bases. Because let me tell you something, Jamaica. PSOJ can't take the pressure of losing profit. Their business will be crumbled. And we have to show them that without we the people or the citizen, your business cannot be prospered. Without we, the citizen, you will not be able to make a profit. But since the people them don't know that, now let me educate them. So that if the people decided that we are going to put the pressure on PSOJ, then PSOJ will have to put the pressure on the government, and the government must work. So I am giving the people the idea what to do. Put the pressure on PSOJ so that PSOJ can put the pressure. So that whenever business locked down and you cannot make a profit and the country stagnate, you have to force him out. Because that's what needed. That's what needed. And we need to have that courage to force him out. He have a mechanism to steal the election. So we can't trust him as it relates to any general election. Can't trust him. His members of parliament will not vote him out as it relates to a vote of no confidence. They will not, because they are corrupted. So that we can't sit and wait. Jamaica, you have the power in your hand. And if you don't rise and use that power, then crony capitalists is going to suffer you. And I yield back.
All right, so I could start and Holness. I'll show you your faith and your plan or your plan for would bring the people them right now. Right, before me do that, let me just call out some fake news. Right now, I have to call out fake news. Ocean wide. You see him when I run out from people. Me just ask Bolo today. Where I tell me say I have to run out and push out something because I want to call about fake news. Now, when you put out a misinformation, we have to show you. So the first one we will show you your lies, outright lies, and this. And I first said, wait. So you know, people just look up on you and look on just watch my screen. So let me just call you out right now as me see it fit to do right now. So this, when I put up on my screen now, this is how you put it out. Oh no. I bear them foolishness I want to go on with. Garbage. All right. So look what you say, you know. Look what you put up here. Yeah, JPFM. Good. Yes. If you are familiar with the party constitution, then you should not guess and post such misinformation, knowing that one sitting member is now a member of parliament. All right. So you see this man where, let me show where Ocean White put up people. Two things I show now, they may have fake here. This is what Ocean White put up. PMP moved to remove Wensworth Scoffrey as commissioner of the ECJ. Right? All right. So, and then see some of the writing where them have, I follow it. I think them talk about some MP, but he's not an MP, right? So, but hear me now. Hear me now. Let me tell you what happened with this now. This is false, bogus. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you what happened with him now. So Scoffrey actually leave of absent. He's not well. Yeah? Yeah, and no one push any them not push him going away or nothing. Him not feel him sick. Some actually leave of absent. So that may I tell you this are fake news, bogus, and everything. And hear this now. I open it una call him an MP, because I remember he's not an MP neither, yeah? He's not an MP. And uncle thing why them do this foolishness. They must say, look, somebody for story up or do something. But when them say so, it's bogus and fake. This a garbage. Yeah? This is one of them garbage. But I move it. And then this too, them need to explain this because I talked to Yardi. I'm a virgin for more than 3 decades. Yeah? It's where I keep showing them on the radio, TV, artist, producer, and everything from down in St. Lucia. And him and the Prime Minister right now are brethren, right? And me say Big Mama them put out something where everybody are put up now. I say St. Lucia complain about JLP. I'm a tough Mama put up this because a Big Mama them put it up too. This to Mama move that one. Yeah. That one, yeah. Newly elected St. Lucia PM accused JLP of election interference. So them say newly elected and said St. Lucia. I said them put up St. Vincent Prime Minister. St. Vincent just say the girl they go. St. Lucia now, we don't know that. Because when we talk to Yardi, him and the Prime Minister, a matter of fact, I do all of the work, them the promotion and everything for the Prime Minister. Everything. A matter of fact, I say I can't get Yardi right there. So what on there? I say I can't get him right now. And I will ask him again for now. So, you know, if we make sure we have nothing and start put out the misinformation and then we don't attack people here. Yeah? Every time it's a St. Vincent. Yeah? But since them put it out, I may say everybody have follow it. Right? Everybody have follow that. Yeah? You know what you have to tell me, say, Trinidad intervene in them election. But it not work because them did have 15 seats, them win now 16, them win one more. Yeah? You understand? Them win one more, them one up. So them have 15 before the election. That is why we postpone the show and put it cast. Can't tell me say no, you know we take everything serious down here, so you will lose money. So we push it to March. Right? Yeah, push the show to March because them did do a quick snap election. Look it up and we'll push the show back to March. The show we may have done there. Right? Because them take the election serious. So them tell me that Trinidad, it'll try to intervene, but it not work. You understand? And them tell you, oh, Trinidad will try to intervene for please. You know which country that. Everybody know the country where they might try please. You understand? So I'm going through some little thing, but we just load that. Like not Jamaica do, you know. Right, the same there. Him do all of them, do all of them radio and everything I him do it. Came on the Prime Minister is like that. Yes. See? And I'm a virgin for about 3 decades, you know. A long time I go St. Push, I know St. Push are good. So, you know, when we see them put out these things, you know, them go verify ocean wide, stop push out to the garbage, please and thanks. I could go to Andrew Holness now. So this is the first time me ever, you remember, you know, before this, you'd have Andrew say, no new taxes, which was a lie. We do this without borrowing. Now in this try the whole country. You borrow money. The country ravish. And you borrow money. And now you come back now and a boast and a talk about model. Model where? Listen this.
Rebuilding grants. I cannot say how much those will be or the categories right now. I mean, we decided on the category. The burial framework will apply moderate, minor, moderate, and severe. But that means.
Hold on. This is the grant. Even no, all right. So even I play the grant before I play the one I want to play. You know what I'm saying? Know much what going to be. Right? You hear this? But yes, still people are praising him now. Not up there. Hear this.
We met with the heads of the institutions to outline the next steps, align implementation pathways, and prepare for rapid disbursement. The message from the IFIs, that is the international financial institutions, could not have been clearer. They told us directly that Jamaica, already the case study of fiscal responsibility for...
So that's a lie. You might talk about what kind of case study? Who them lend money? Listen me. This a lie. And I'm tell about the world. Look if you see the world in a pool and a money draw down and all kind of things with them. Eh? All them talk about the world and how am I run with 80? Lie.
The world now has the chance to become the poster child.
What kind of poster child for sure about what? So something when Mama P set up for us pay them back them for service alone, you turn a poster child? This is a lie. Outright lie. Continue.
For post-disaster recovery.
Post-disaster recovery when the man not do nothing at all. And not even him feed the people them. Them more of the thing them lock up and do what them do. Post-disaster recovery. By the way, the people them now one of the school at Petersfield, them want to put them on the ball ground. Remember more than one time we tell them for move out the people them, you know. Yeah? Remember you have a shelter manager. Me ever tell like when a shelter manager say she's a shelter manager for the whole parish, you know. No! She's a shelter manager for the shelter where she there. Fell sick and them have to carry her to the hospital and she dead. Him all a story up things and I tell lie. Everything come out of him mouth is a lie. Not about no misinformation, straight lie.
And reconstruction.
The man acting no. People, remember, say the man leave the people them same way and people them. Oh, let me tell you something. Let me say something to you. You think an international body, it will come together and watch. I know people still maroon. Them see the international news press come down. And when you look at the people, them say, don't give him the money. No do this, we now get it. Them show people hungry. Robert from Fox, after a ball, and say, when you come here, no. In Bex, ITV, CNN, the one of them down there. So them could look at them and say, this is a study. I'm going to study, brothers, of stifling people them. So we know say this is a lie. Continue.
Commended the government for the decision to establish the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA.
Oh, you. Comment on government. Yeah, this is a lie again, people. One this I tell you how I'm operate, Byron and Pat. You know, say when the opposition tell you to set up something oversight body, you come and say you're set up NARA now. Because remember, you know, you just set up some different thing. Remember, it does no NARA set up in a people. So all them are commend you for something when I set up, when I work. It makes sense to you.
Yes,
Over this man can come and say something and then people comment him. That means the people that want to comment him, them's a piece of shit. And I like it, you have to set up something and to work and them shit to perform. And then that's say, well, me like when you set up this and you. But this not set up. I know it not set up.
Wayne, it's like I am going to buy a vehicle.
Yes.
And then someone said, yes, I love the vehicle.
Yeah, and then we come in you. You say you're gonna buy a vehicle. I say, yes, Baron, but we come in because him say I'm gonna buy a vehicle. He no buy a vehicle. He no move. Tell me if it make any sense.
Crazy.
Eh? But this is how the man lie and wicked and ooh, them chat to come up and think people are gonna buy it. Let me tell you something. Nobody from the World Bank or our people live there. And wherever people live there. Them that we never see them from vacation. If you come from vacation in a hotel, you can't tell me nothing. Where people will live it, and then we are talk to them now, just sit down and chat foolishness. We don't listen to them, you know. We can't get led astray by some novice who don't know them don't know the root and the art of the place and how the place runs. So we not listen to them. We talk to people from the grassroots. Which are your same relative, blood relative and friend them. So they make no sense. We not listen to them. Continue. So this way my talk, so them commenting about Nara not set up yet. So that's stupid for somebody to comment you for something when I said let me start.
It was like
yeah, that part. It not start, you know, but them are commenting feet and it's a great job. But the job never start. It never no figure money or not yet. That not start yet neither. But them commenting him for something when I do. Him can just go to parliament and say, me I go to space and then you come in him. You never see them not no rocket or nothing, you know. You don't come in and say, yes, you do a good job, you go to space. That makes sense. Then people take people for jackass, you know. But a big mama start this, you know. But I'm not sure this a big mama start it and them going to parliament. Come here, wait for him in a long time. Watch this.
Noting that few countries act so quickly to set up a modern, best practice central coordinating body to drive recovery.
So people, it not set up. So all the people that might tell us a few countries act so fast. Let me tell you, that's bullshit. Every country we know because if you set up Japan feel tsunami all the while. And you saw them set up. In Africa, we don't really have them hurricane in Africa. It starts from the outskirts, come to we. So we don't have them hurricane and in them country they will look for that. Them now have it. Over the other part of the Philippines where you have the typhoon.
Yes.
Them all right, them set up for them things same way. I same hurricane, you know. Them just get some different name. Right? Them all right. So we matter about few countries. And I like in Europe, I get the bag of hurricane neither. So them are, you see me, America, them are FEMA. So I matter about few countries doing what? When I talking bullshit, when hurricane them start, they start from out near Africa, they say, but it now run go over Africa to come now, our waters that come so. See my run?
Exactly.
When I talk, I said bull crap. Both few countries, and hear this.
With discipline, transparency.
You know, them set up with discipline, something when I set up people, not set up yet. You Google and say this now set up. You might think how they want to set it up. With discipline and transparency, with what? Something when I set up. This is how I'm lying, brother.
Inclusivity.
Inclusivity.
And a long-term vision. These
A long-term vision.
institutions are not looking at Jamaica as a country in crisis, and for the record, neither is the government.
But I'm saying this,
yeah, you know. So, but you see this guy, yeah?
I'm saying this.
If you never look at
looking,
what are the better?
Yes.
If the country, the world never look at Jamaica as a country in crisis, you don't see every tourist right now in Jamaica. Them will not giving out, them will not giving a hand, them will not lending no money. If you never in a crisis, we want to get the loan there, them want to give it. And by the way, we will not get so much handout. We will not get so much handout. And him said them not see we as a country. These are lies. The man him him to go away. Him sick in our head too, you know. Oh them a country in crisis and them a gear generator. What that mean? Because your light, the whole system, it get knocked up. So them know them want to get the light, them get generator. Them a give food, them know say your whole thing cut off. Them a give all kind of things. Donation to kill everywhere. And you say the people them see as a country in crisis. So why donating these things to? Because remember, you know, when you're under crisis, you get them donation, you know. You know, so the man that take the people, them want to listen to him, the dunce, them labor right, them want to listen to him. Him take them for acid and coffee. Because the man of bright people him talk to, you know. And straight dunce people, you know. When you say so don't make any sense at all. When you listen to this man and dissect him, you know, hey, me know times, you know, me just finish dissecting, you know, no way to grab him, you know. These don't make no sense. Continue to take note. Yeah? Look here this.
We see this as an opportunity.
Them see it as an opportunity for what? We see it as opportunity. And you want this? When so much of our people dead, hey, leptospirosis, animal themselves 1 million animal dead. And more than that, more than a million.
God no.
A matter of fact, America and Canada, how much dog them take? Let me see how much dog them take. Just now, not people, dog.
About 80.
Around 80 dog, right? Me have it here, you know. Around 80 dog. Them fly out to save them. They on the road, now have nobody, now have nothing. I know them love them pet. 80 dog and gonna live better life. 80 dog go mongrel, them just fly out. And them not see it as destruction in Jamaica. Andrew Holness. Me I play with Mark Wallen say, you know, and then let you know go on him, you know. But me go and play him like a bit. Hold on. Hold on.
They are looking at Jamaica as a global standard setter.
Yeah, there. When the guy talk about bullshit, you know. Bullshit. Remember, you know, Jamaica set back more than like 100 years. When my talk no make no sense. All right, continue.
The world is watching Jamaica.
Yeah, there.
Not just with empathy, but with admiration.
Admiration. Why ever admiration, then why you know I will go down so I beg at South Africa. Admiration, you know. Not empathy, but admiration. So they might admire the storm and the old killer for people, them and people still trapped. We know all I'm tell on the world still, you know. Yeah? We know all I'm tell on the world because we see how the world respond. In a disaster, so them respond. The disaster was one man-made disaster in a Gaza. You saw them respond with food and everything, same way. Because so them respond in a people. Where my talk is bullshit. Mark Wallen said claim in the door, you know. Continue. Continue. Continue.
Respect and expectations.
Respect and expectation.
We now have a rare opportunity to show what a small nation united in purpose and confident in its future can achieve.
Brother, you not achieve up nothing if you try and build back a couple houses to the people, them even put them, you know, put them 100% where them did there. And it's not an easy task. If you have the light post them up and everything, what you achieve? You borrow money and you try to put in back the light post and I try to fix back the people them house and give them back them even the life for them did have. Although them go through hardship, them did have a roof. No, them not have none. So what you mean by achieve? You just try to come back to normalcy as close as possible. That is not achieve. Achieve what you keep what you did have already and you achieve on it. You can't have, you don't have nothing by one. Yes. And you want to come back to a normalcy. And them call it what we can do and achieve. Achieve what?
All right.
Get back your home is achievement. It will return back to normalcy, normalize back your life to where you go through now and the hardship. Where my talk is bullshit. But again, in people them running want some Jamal. Continue. Continue.
On the global stage.
For the global stage.
All right.
Here where Mark Wallen I go say to him, no. Yeah.
12 million US out of 6 point, how much? $7 billion is grant funding. Only 12 million US out of over 6 billion of programmed US funding is grant funding. That is the world that we as Jamaicans, both you on that side and us on this side, have to navigate. It's really a shame that the international financial community is still approaching the mitigation of the effects of climate-induced disasters on countries like ours by financing packages that are largely based on additional debt.
Thank you. That is it, people. Additional debt, people. We serve for a great-great-grandparents them one about it. We country ravaging the people. But one is just come tax and one is to stop this. He's not a realist. Mr. Canis. Continue.
These debts that we are now going to be incurring to finance our attempts at recovery are like lending money to a business that suffered losses through some kind of crisis.
Thank you. Here it is.
That is trying to dig itself out of a hole from.
All right.
Taking on additional debt to do that is going to be a challenging road for any.
That is 100% correct and right. So you need leader to tell you the truth. Yeah? You think about it. And you want to stop dealing with the people them that way, you better. Stop your lies, man, and stop your spin.
Any country. Therefore, I don't think it's appropriate to treat these announcements in a triumphant way.
Thank you.
We are going to be incurring the costs of paying back this massive additional borrowing in years to come. We are in a country which has spent the last 15 years seeking to get ourselves out of a debt trap, where we've...
When the JP put we in the first place, Bruce Andrew right there in the cabinet, so them vote on it, play back your song again. The last 15 years we are trying to run from it.
Borrowing in years to come. We are in a country which has spent the last 15 years seeking to get ourselves out of a debt trap, where we've had to run massive primary surpluses.
You hear this? A surpluses we are running up.
Yes.
You hear me tell you? For even service debt.
Every year, consistently, to reduce our debt to GDP ratio with a target that's written into our law, incidentally, by a government from this side, which we were anticipating would have been met this year before Melissa struck us. And now we are facing a new era of massive incremental borrowing. If you look at 3.6 billion US of sovereign debt, that's over 25% of GDP of additional borrowing. That does, and the 662 billion already available, only less than half of that is in a form that's not debt. Most of that is debt as well. This $2.4 billion of private capital, we look forward to seeing whether that will be forthcoming and in what volumes, because you can't project that you're going to receive private investment as part of your recovery. I'm glad that the multilaterals are going to support the effort, but at the end of the day, investors have to be willing and there have to be projects available to them that are bankable and investable. So we will see whether or not that happens.
All right. So we play a thing that now I will go deal with that case now. I will play the guy who run out. No, well, the germs who run out and start this all. And then Andrew carry it in the place. Hear this.
Into hand. Melissa struck us on the 28th of October.
Hear the garbage bin here, people. Hear the big dirty thinking garbage bin here.
Today is the 1st of December. And that is, therefore, 30 in 33 days. 33 days. Less than 5 weeks.
Hear the people? Garbage this enough.
The IMF, the multilateral institutions.
Right now, them that are about IMF in the mandate time and what have you, now IMF turn good. Anybody where you have borrow money from, the bank or what have you, where you have to go pay back, people with interest on it, it can't be good for the nation. It can't. And that for sure when they say we have 6 billion. It never even make no sense in a reserve. Him can't, why not use 4 billion out of it? Use it and no borrow and put in on that. Them can't. The country gone. You see it? Continue.
Are announcing that because of Jamaica's track record,
Yeah. Say them announced because of track record. Track record.
of fiscal prudence,
Yeah.
they have already committed nearly US 7 billion of the US $9 billion that Jamaica.
You hear this? So it like him come with the riches and come with twist, and then Andrew run with the same thing. These are nasty stinkers. The country destroyed right now by the hurricane, and Andrew them a finish it. Yeah? And then I twist something. Wait till they run your great-great-grand picking them neck. It's a goddamn disgrace.
Jamaica will need over the next 3 to 5 years to rebuild after Melissa.
Rebuild, you know? Hear this.
That is an outstanding vote of confidence
Yeah. This is garbage.
in Jamaica
Yeah.
and the administration of Andrew Michael Holness.
Hey, people are in for charge of treason, you know. You don't think I joke me I make. That piece of shit for charge of treason. If one of them will help carry on the country, that piece of garbage, bin. Dirty thinking, big mama. Because the one of people that propaganda and spring, when it make no sense to no. People, listen, up to your water bill, the lightweight, your food. Remember, you don't have nothing already, you know. But them have to find a way. You have to pay more taxes, me not ask. The money going to the value. Yeah? It could not build and everything just normal, like how you see it before the hurricane. A lot of time it hard, and now it get harder. Yeah? No care what I tell you. And a little normal see a drafter. But me I tell you, when big dirty thinking mama come out with that Andrew Holness, it's garbage. That's why you can't believe in them kind of politics. It hurt people. Them is germs. And you have been somewhere you can't come out. I'm not going to come tell the truth, you know. Come tell well, title tell you the truth long time. Because you know, we only so we not do tabloid. Everything what we say to be unassailable. Go here. Not playing with them. This is garbage. And she's a goddamn disgrace. A matter of fact, I make Melting Pot come in, but Melting Pot, yeah. Him did have some money. I'm sure saying not set up not yet. Hear this.
Pictures of persons giving out packages. And it is becoming almost the in thing now on social media. Everybody is giving out a package. No, I think in the initial days it's necessary. But I'm also very concerned about the dignity of our people. You know, I don't like my country to be shown as people.
All right. So if him did not do something now, let me ask you, I'm not finished play this, you know. I'm moving. We're carrying part now. So if him, a good thing with our people, them, you know, we are family member and the whole way we come together and we do what we have to do. And him see the thing them go up, but him never want them go up, you know. Him want him take the credit. Because remember, international people are watch. And 1,000 of people don't everybody are give away. Everybody are sent out and do one hour. So everybody are put up something. Right? And that hurt him head. Because right now, no place, nobody not touch it yet, I know. But it hurt him head, so I'm draw a card. But remember, you know, everything him cut ribbon pan, you know. One more pandemic, you know. Yeah? I remember you have your organization and thing, and this are going to history in a lifetime. You want, even if you know, can't them video everything. Them don't. So everybody, but I trust so much of them have fear do this. Because I remember, you know, when people look for government, remember, them not see them. If not, say nothing. So now, like the government did not spend them money before and then away for help. Them have to get help first. And the package, them will come down and them will play politics with it. Them is garbage. So him come down and about this. And I talk about where I interview. Hey, brother, him is a let down to the country, yeah? I spin them, I try to spin the same move fast, you know. When so much people dead. You know, as our brethren called me yesterday. And him got them, said him go bury him uncle because him down there. Them find him at the house there. Him have some a kidney. When they go and talk to him today, you know, on the show, yeah. Him said them find him at the car to them did maroon off. Him never get to go doctor. But when he said this already to happen. So them find him dead. Them bury him Saturday. Swell up, man. Them dead in a film place, man. So if the hurricane not kill and you sick like that, you have them kind of problem there. And them not count it, you know. You know, Holness them put out part and mistake. Them put out no, them don't want to give the figures. No figures. And by the way, Jamaica stink with rubbish again, you know. No rubbish now clean before the hurricane again. I pay them thing that Andrew, so the money them, I don't know if him did have money to do these things, but it not clean. Me notice on a Jubilee, the red bag them are out that come up that make news with body tissue and all kind of things in that way. It troubling. It show them on a Jubilee there. Full up. For weeks it don't move again. And you know leptospirus and all kind of things around. Mr. Dr. Daz talk on it, me play it later. Yes, Pat.
Yeah, man. A whole heap of thing happening right now. Obviously, where Andrew Holness are play politics with everything, you know, because I mean, all along we know Jamaica is a country in a turmoil. Yeah. Domestically, Jamaica have a problem as it relates to corruption where right around the world them know about it. Yeah. Because it's been spoken through various media. Yeah, especially social media. So I know like say well then Jamaica have no credibility right now. Where we is concerned, we know that for a fact. So for Andrew Holness, jet off to the G20 summit meeting in South Africa. Yeah? And I go make mention of the fact that speaking to all these official heads of delegation for them country, yeah, all of them have favorable accreditation ratings for Jamaica. Saying that Jamaica, is now being looked at not with empathy, but with admiration. I want to know where did Andrew Holness get that type of narrative to come back, come sell to Jamaican? Because I know the people them couldn't tell him that, So I know him at a lie on all of them heads of state to him say me. Yeah? Because no leader in the world knowing about Andrew Holness alone, just Andrew Holness, with 28 bank accounts, cannot be certified. I know people keep mentioning from 2021. Yeah, but Andrew can't certify from 1998. Andrew involved and him name called pan all of the scandal them, the last major one, SSL. And why SSL would have reverberate around the world, it had a certain Usain Bolt as part of the demise of the people funds. Yeah? So them know and hear say Andrew name called pan that. Them know about the state killing we are going and the high level of murder and all these things. Yeah? Them know say United Nations put out the poverty percentage of how much people are go to them bed without a proper meal in a Jamaica. Them know about the high unemployment as well. And them know about the amount of cocaine we are run through and drugs and gun trafficking and ammunition and all these things. So I want to know who on earth, yeah, would I ever say to Andrew Holness say, your country, it no need no sympathy, it no need no empathy, because right now, it's a model of admiration as to your performance. Hey, Andrew Lighty look bad enough. And the whole entire administration when preside over is just as lie as Andrew Holness. Because all of them speak the philosophy. All of them are tell lie. You understand? So there's no way Andrew Holness can even, come and present a speech like this. But here it is, and I hear you make a mention of a particular subject point there, no mistake. Where you talk about capitalism, yeah?
Yeah.
We know that America basically run Jamaica in the true sense of commandership. America run Jamaica based on the fact that there's a war brewing as it relates to not just the drug trafficking, but a certain geopolitics we are playing at the region. And from long time, America adopt Jamaica as one of them own, based on the fact that they base a lot of capital investor in our country. And the model of capitalism was what the Jamaica Labour Party decided to, administrate on behalf of the United States, big CIA them. So we know all about that. So America will embrace Andrew Holness regardless of the high level of corruption and how many of his administrators, them who him preside over, involving a corruption as it relates to drugs and all these things. They will protect them. Yeah. So when you hear Artesa Saldivar Sally, yeah, from the World Bank come out and give these type of appraisal, she don't know not what she talk about. I be a bullshit to come out of her mouth. She not privy to what go on in Jamaica. Because she not the company Jamaica style to come nowhere go on. Yeah? She's only rubber stamping Andrew Holness. Because Andrew Holness belongs to them clique, the capital mentality people them. Yeah, the whole of them are capitalists. Yeah, so them have to rubber stamp Andrew, Yeah, because them know Andrew under increasing pressure, not just in Jamaica, but outside of America, on the international circuit. Yeah, and like Andrew Holness or him administration have no credibility. Even in a UK right now, the government in the UK know everything about Andrew Holness administration, and them label it as corrupt. BBC label the country as a corrupted country. Well, the CPI proved that. You understand? Remember, say, Andrew administration, move it from 44 to 40. But because Andrew done some lagheaded, him say, are the best performance. Because I know, so the closer you get to zero, and the worse you perform. So, we just talk about this guy in the true sense of how we look on him. Yeah, him is a loony, not prime minister material, and never circus the requirement of the country. You understand? Because it's pure lie and to tell. Now, when we talk about the $6.7 billion, yeah, and them a rant and rage and, celebrate it like, so well, then Christmas come. I go and tell my Jamaican people, the 6.7 billion US loan package we can get, that is nothing to celebrate about. That is not a Christmas gift to the country. I remember Jamaica won't have a Merry Christmas either this December, based on the level of, damage we done to the people in the country and the slow process that it takes to, look about the people. And you decide to keep the people in that state because Andrew get enough money, yeah, plus Fayetteville come out and say them have 6.2 billion in the net reserve. Andrew did not seek to use that money to kickstart nothing in terms of restoration program. Yeah. Andrew take all the cat ban money and give to JPS for supposed to put on back roof and fix up people's house. So Andrew leave everything at a stalemate. But this woman, Sally, she come and say something that undermine and underscore her reputation. And them say she's our policymaker, senior infrastructure policymaker from the World Bank. Yeah. Now, it doesn't matter what title she have up there, so. When it comes to Jamaican affair and Jamaica business, she don't have a clue. She don't have a clue. And to come and wax lyrics about a corruption party with a corrupted leader, it begs us to believe what type of narrative she sell and why she sell the narrative. But we know why she sell the narrative. God Trump have to keep a capitalist party in a power in Jamaica, It suits Donald Trump. Because when Donald Trump can get Andrew Holness to do, if a Mark Golding as Prime Minister and can't ask that favor. He will not, because Mark G clean as a whistle. Donald Trump can only use a corrupted leader like Andrew Wallace. Donald Trump can't use Mia Matley because she clean. So she can push back on him. Andrew can't do that. Remember in a Donald Trump first segment as president, you know. Him get Andrew Wallace to vote against Venezuela, you know. And what happened? Jamaica lose the lucrative oil deal with them did have with Venezuela. The Petro-Caribbean deal, that gone. And we are suffering now with high energy bill. But yet still America line back themselves to that deal. So America used Jamaica and left them all in the coal. You come back again and you see where America request of him to do with the Cuban medical personnel living in the country. When Jamaica short in that commodity, yeah, lack of doctors and nurses and all these things. But them tell him to get rid of them and them get rid of them. So that is where the geopolitics are playing in the region where Andrew Wallace get himself involved. Yeah. There is also the situation as it relates to the amount of Chinese in Jamaica that Donald Trump is not in favor of in having them so close to him in a film backyard. So Jamaica tie up themselves in a bangarang where the geopolitics side of thing is concerned. And so in that regard, yeah, Jamaica is not credible. Jamaica is not even credible to China right now, you know. No, because based on certain assertion coming out of New York recently as it relates to what is happening in the region with the American troop and Venezuela and drugs trafficking, yeah, America in one of its statements mentioned about having China in the hemisphere. And where are the Chinese in the hemisphere? In a Jamaica, in America backyard. So Andrew Holness tie the country between the rock and the deep blue sea and have himself asleep between the dragon and the eagle. And that is a big no-no on both sides of the fence where I lean. So when Andrew Holness and his administration come and talk to we enough to believe one iota will come out of Andrew mouth. Andrew tell pure lie. And we know that for a fact, Andrew don't want to talk the things we need supposed to talk to the people right now surrounding the 6.7 million. Yeah? What are the criteria? Andrew need to tell we that. We more interested in that and the accreditation we might talk about him get from the world leader them. Because he can't get them accreditation there from no world leader. Because the world leader them and know where I go on. Because them hear about him having 28 bank accounts. It marvel amongst them because none of them have so much. Not even Trump have so much bank account. Yeah? And them know about him illicit enrichment. And them know him not certified. You understand? So them know him not credible. When you have a guy who will lead a country, who will interfere with Section 14, subsection 5, in the Integrity Act, you know say trouble that. That is trouble. When you have a leader, yeah, who refrain him and him members them to sign the code of conduct, you know that is problem. When you have an administration who for 11 years, the ministry can't audit because not submit, you know a problem that. And the list is so much that take the whole night to mention them. So Andrew Wallace now no credibility. The administration now have none themselves. The whole thing is in a shamble. And the people in Jamaica is the people who him choose, yeah, to be the brunt of him reckless governance. Him reckless borrowing, yeah. Because Andrew Holness should not be borrowing to the extent where him going to draw down this 6.7 billion, you know. If you even borrow, you're supposed to borrow far less than the 6.7 billion. Because we have a 6.2 net reserve, yeah. We did have money in the kitty. 3 trillion gone, unaccounted for, yeah, and that 3 trillion, yeah, could cover the whole expense. And what the World Bank said it will take to restore back Jamaica. So Andrew Holness have to be careful when him come out attack. With the Titans round here, you will never get away. Your lies will be banished, yeah, and exposed. Because we are not allowing you and Big Mama nasty thinking Big Mama and the entourage up there so to continue to, demonstrate this high level of lies and corruption and deceitment within the society. Yeah. Andrew is a deceiver, Him deceive all him supporter them. Him promise them everything and him give them nothing. And we know say Andrew Holness is the main perpetrator behind the disaster to the extent of the damage where it done because Andrew never look at Mystic talk about the drain them in a poor condition. Them in a deplorable condition, Mystic. We look on Sandy Gully, I see another Blue Mountain farm in it. Right under Ferry Bridge. Right under the bridge, And next mountain resembling Blue Mountain. And a forest below that resembling the Amazon. Yeah, in the central I want a Jamaica greatest infrastructure that. But a guy like Andrew Holness, know that take over 20 years to build. His Sandy Gully is one of Jamaica's greatest infrastructure because it was a waterway, so it did have to construct it over that period of time in that size to contain the volume of water. Where Andrew do? Andrew and Bushrat allowed that to disintegrate to a deplorable state where just few days before Melissa make landfall, you see them in the gully. Now I thinking dirty bug life, a report. This is what them do. Them a reporter, them a minister, them a chopper, them a everybody in a Jamaica. Them are journalists to themselves. This is how this government operate. There's no government that I see operate like this in the world. Not even in Africa. When you have bug life in a Sandy Gully, I tell lie. So them take out 500 truckload a debris from out of Sandy Gully in that short space of time. Mighty God. I did think Andrew Holness was far right about life, but bug life right underneath Andrew with lie. Him itch up beside Pumbas, the whole of them are top liars them. And so because of the neglect between the government and the Minister of Local Government and all the various agencies them with them control, yeah, Jamaica get what? Flooded out. Because there were several periods of torrential rain and some, sporadic outbursts of shower in Jamaica where that flood Jamaica all along. So the land them did have become very saturated. So the volume will come from Melissa. The land could not absorb it because of Andrew Holness' recklessness. So where this woman Sally come talk about Andrew Holness and him performance and all these things and she give him appraisal. She need to know what going on. She need to know how many mothers and fathers lose them children based on Andrew Holness administration and the high level of state killing will take place in our country. Yeah? Young teenager youth lose them life at the hands of the state. Several of that happen within a period of time. She need to know the high number as it relates to police killing from the beginning of 2025. It was one of the almost up till September, the 9 month of the year. So she need to understand the whole metrics of where I go on in Jamaica before she talk. So we have to run her way because she a garbage. And all she have come and do is rubber stamp capitalism in our country and get Andrew favorable ratings when him not deserve. Nothing, him is a sub-zero. Him is a sub-zero grime and the whole administration. So for she who represent the World Bank, I go say these things. Them like when a guy like Andrew Holness come borrow the money wagga wagga like what him do. Because them can hold on pan Jamaica and lynch in Jamaica. Because everybody see Jamaica as a food basket, It have the mineral, the backside, it gone, the levy gone, When Michael Manley fight fine in the 70s, between Nigel Clark and Andrew Holness. Them give you all of that. For a contract. Andrew alone have the contract. But the levy gone. Remember, Sir Michael Manley increased the levy 8-fold, you know, from 25 million to 200 million, you know. At the time, I use that money, you know. Everybody could have swear him do with it. Him use it for build out Jamaica infrastructure, yeah, and education. So when we see Andrew Holness, yeah, administration doing in the last 10 years, yeah, it's cause for concern. It leave the country in a ruins. It leave the country in a bad state of affair where everybody can come and just one piece of the country just like that because the country indebted to them. The man literally I give a Jamaica and us the beach and gone. Where's the privilege for the citizen of the country as it relates to beach recreation? That gone. But we know the reason for that. Because when you have a government tie itself to the private sector, you know, that is conflict of interest. And that's where you get nepotism and cronyism, you know, fester itself and inoculate the place. And I be that to see a go on. Because there's some sweetheart deal between the government, the private sector, and the tourist board. This is why all the beach gone. And this is why Jamaican are looked at as no citizen, no class citizen. Can't even attend the beach with them in the country. So my Jamaican people have to wise up to all of this, you know. Wise up to where I'm going around, you know. And don't make this guy trick you know, with no Santa Claus story like him can't something come do, you know. Him not going to nothing. Him a take from, you know, to get to the wealthy capitalist them. Andrew Holness and the Minister of Finance need to come and tell Jamaica what is the criteria surrounding the 6.7 billion US dollar where them a jump for join a parliament. What it is, the criteria surrounding that. We want to know what is the interest rate. We want to know what type of austerity measure it come with because it have to come with that. Them people have to put in the austerity measure to safeguard them investment with them lend to the country. So Andrew Holness, Favour Williams, will have a lot to say to the Jamaican in the coming week. And I look forward to that. I yield back the floor to you, my brother.
All right. What I say? Good? All right.
Yeah, man, me yield back the floor.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to go back to Big Mama tape, Wayne, if you can play it back. Let us just reflect on that a bit. You can find it, Wayne?
Yeah, me see it. All right. I'll play about that. Hey, I'll give you something. Me not about something yet. It a blow on the mind in the night if me ever bust this. But me soon bust it for you, but I make you go and do your thing first, Byron.
Yeah.
I play something. I'm gonna show you. Say, you know, where I play around this so a garbage. I'm gonna show you.
That's why I want to address it, because we don't want to particularly when it is coming from Big Mama.
Big Mama, no come.
Right, that it left out there and it take on wings.
Yes.
We have to show the evidence and crush it.
Yeah, man.
Right? And we need to make the people see the evidence. So
information coming to hand. Melissa struck us on the 20th.
All right, come.
Today is the 1st of December. And that is therefore 30 in 33 days. 33 days, less than 5 weeks. The IMF, the multilateral institutions, are announcing that because of Jamaica's track record of fiscal prudence, they have already committed nearly US $7 billion of the US $9 billion that Jamaica will need over the next 3 to 5 years to rebuild after Melissa. That is an outstanding vote of confidence in Jamaica and the administration of Andrew Michael Holness.
Take him away, David. Take him
Garbage.
out. Take him out.
Garbage. Yes.
All right. What we are going to show the Jamaican people, locally and in the diaspora, is the evidence. Here is Big Mama. Spoke about Jamaica track record as it relates to fiscal discipline. And as a result of that, as it relates to Andrew Holness' administration, as according to him, right, Andrew Holness deserved an outstanding vote of confidence. That's what Big Mama said. So Big Mama can't take back this. Well, what Big Mama did not know, because Big Mama has not done his research, was that that case study wasn't speaking and addressing Jamaica Labour Party administration only. It was speaking about the structural development of fiscal discipline as it relates to how Portia Simpson take over and deliver a failing economy that was going into the abyss. Portia Simpson saved it by creating good structural fiscal discipline. So that case study wasn't speaking about Andrew Holness' administration. Now, me say this. All right, let Wayne put it up so that people can see it and read it with me. And I want people to show it to Big Mama, right? And share it. So you put up the one that me saying, Wayne?
Yeah, man. Let me move the nastiness, yeah.
So we are going to show the world that case study.
All right. Let me go back. Yesterday's, from yesterday, it marked this, but I go up from the top. But just to quite mark this before we move it.
Yes.
And the way that tell us, 2013.
Under 2013 extended fund facility and subsequently the 2016 precautionary standby.
All right.
So it goes as it relates to the structural development of fiscal discipline as it relates to Portia Simpson.
And by the way, people, this is a case study from May 2019.
From May 2019.
So
it wasn't,
2025 now.
Yes. So it wasn't addressing Andrew Holness' administration.
No, this is about 2019.
All right. Scroll up to program ownership and design. So I'm going to read from my phone. I want the people there to see the evidence. So, okay, follow me, Wayne. So let me read it out. After debt exchange in 2010 and yet another IMF-supported program that went off track in 2011. So the IMF is talking. The IMF is talking about Bruce Golding administration.
Yes.
Bruce Golding ruled from 2007 to 2011.
Yeah, and then Andrew finished it in Iran.
Andrew finished it in 2011.
Problem, yes.
2011.
Yes.
All right. So, because I just want to go through and make the people understand.
Yes.
So after that exchange in 2010, and yet another IMF-supported program that went off track in 2011, and that is addressing the Bruce Golding administration. Now, the country was on the verge of an economic meltdown. Shout it out loud, melting pot. What was the country on the verge of? Economic meltdown.
Economical meltdown.
The country was on a verge of economic meltdown with no access to international capital markets.
Okay.
So, Big Mama, you wouldn't read this. You don't want to go through, do the research, and come read this. Me like how you give praises, you know. The praises that you give, you said, for the person who is responsible for this. The person need outstanding vote of confidence. So now me glad how you said that, because you know that the PNP need outstanding vote of confidence. Don't take it back, you know. Me know why you take it back, you know. You have said it loud and clear. Now, with no access to international capital markets, Jamaica once again turned to IMF in spring 2013. Now, for financial support, with its preceding weak track record of reform, significant budget financing from international and development partners was less forthcoming as a result of the failure of Bruce Golding administration. Jamaica needed a what? A second debt exchange and a primary surplus of 7.5% of GDP to help stabilize the economy and address long-standing what? Structural challenges. Long-standing what? Structural challenges. Come here, Big Mama, and come here, Charles Davis, because Charles Davis said he's the most brilliant. So come, Charles Davis. Come listen to the Titans. The public said enough is enough. The Economic Program Oversight Committee was formed so that stakeholders from the private sector unions, governments, academia, and the media could come together to hold the government accountable for its reform commitments and fiscal discipline under the reform program. Right? With that as described by Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark. Nigel Clark described that.
All right.
Here it is, right? That hold the government accountable for its reform commitments and fiscal discipline under the reform program.
See it?
So then, here it is at the side under the 2013 Extended Fund Facility and subsequently 2016, which is Andrew Holness administration, with a precautionary standby arrangement which was signed. So then, Big Mama, structural development, right, as it relates to fiscal discipline, goes to Portia Simpson and Dr. Peter Phillips to save the economy. So this is what we're doing over here.
But that JLP must have the economy, brother. So tell them straight.
Yeah.
This clear
to show that JLP wrecked. Hold on. When take away this, I'm going to give them a lesson now. I could start beat them now for good. I could beat them for good now. Watch this now. People, watch this. 2007 to 2011, Bruce Golding period, right? Damage the economy. Damage the economy. Watch this. Where am I going on, people? 1980, right? I'm going to show you something. The history may I show you. Now, when Michael Manley was in power, right, leading up to 79, if you go and read the history, it tells you how solid the economy was. How Michael Manley increased the backside levy and what the backside levy had done to us, so that Michael Manley was so powerful that tertiary level education was even free.
Yes.
Thumbs up. Now, Siaga told lie on him that he was going communist. America, CIA come down and crush democratic socialism. And so then, of course, defeated Michael Manley. Now in 1980, let me give you history now, people, to show you that GLP is a disaster for Jamaica.
True.
Anytime a GLP administration take over Jamaica, it is disastrous. Now, between 1980 to 1989, guess what? Siaga, right, run things. Now, significantly, watch this now. Roughly about in 1983, 84, I think it is 1983 to be exact, Siaga, right, called a snap election for Michael Manley.
True.
Michael Manley said, now go contest it, right? So, Siaga won the election, I mean, win all municipalities.
Him get them.
Get them.
All
the seats.
Contest and get them.
All the seats. Siaga have every single seat in a parliament. The opposition have won. Siaga control that parliament from 83 to 89. And guess what? Guess what, people? Let me tell you. Jamaica economy flatline.
Flat.
Just imagine that Edward Siaga from 1983 to 89. No have no opposition. No one to oppose it. And he have the chance to grow the economy. With any policy implementation, nobody can stop him. He not have no opposition. But guess what? He did not have the know-how to implement policies to do that. Siaga single-handedly failed miserably.
Destroy the place.
Damaged the economy.
True.
Between 1983 to 89. It was so bad that people ribbit that in our head. And this is the reason as a result of Siaga failure. I mean, Siaga have all seats in parliament and fail the country in such a terrible way. This was the reason why PJ Patterson spent partially 15 to 18 years in government.
It's around 14 odd. But the PNP is still around 18
It's about 14 odd.
Yes.
That PJ Patterson stayed in government because of the disaster of what JP had done. But look what PJ Patterson had done. Let me talk truth that a lot of people don't know. PJ Patterson created more social programs than even Michael Manley.
That's true.
If you go back and you look at all the social programs created, you understand, under that 14 and a half years.
That's true.
PJ Patterson has done more than Michael Manley and Norman Manley.
Yes.
PJ Patterson is the only prime minister who had formulated so many social programs.
Yeah, man.
More than Michael Manley.
Yeah, man.
And so then for when you hear GLP talk about 18 years in power and they do nothing, pure lie, pure garbage, pure shit coming out of their mouth. All of PJ Patterson program that they said that PJ had done nothing is the program that they are using even today as we speak. So just imagine that. So then PJ Patterson delivered the country out of the hands of IMF, out of the hands of the capitalist. Deliver us from evil. And guess what? Bruce Golding came in. And what Bruce Golding done? Bruce Golding, for many Jamaicans who don't know, Bruce Golding government sold out most of Jamaica assets. Go and do the research. Bruce Golding is the government that sold most of the country's assets. The sugar industries, Air Jamaica. I even hear them blame all of PJ Patterson to sell Air Jamaica. You know, which part in that history that tell you that PJ Patterson sold Air Jamaica? That is how done in labor right them is. Them just want to know that. Them not do no research, you know. All you need to do, just say something. And so they see them on TikTok, you understand, them fool, them fool till God, till fool ask them what is matter. Them no read, them no do no research, you understand, a GLP operative that. Them no read and they no do no research. Just like Big Mama.
Yeah.
Right, did not research before him come out and talk and
give
us outstanding. Give us outstanding vote of confidence.
Yes.
So him can't take back that, you know. Him can't take back that, you know. Because kill him dead, you understand, is GLP administration deal with fiscal discipline.
No.
But now we show him the evidence. You can't take it back in a Big Mama. You understand? And we're glad that you give me that. To show you so we are going good. So then when you look at it, right, as it relates to what Bruce Golding had done, right, failed multiple IMF tests, wrecked the country, right, couldn't get any form of assistance from no international bank. Couldn't. No way, no way. It is Portia Simpson in 2030 who has to crawl on her knees. And I'm asking the question, where was Nigel Clark in 2030? Where was he? Nowhere to be found. So then, how then you want to take now, right, Portia Simpson's work and Peter Phillips' work, right, and give it now to Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark, right? And this is what they do.
Sorry.
Forward in a
What a
direction of national unity. I want to take a moment to recognize the work done by the prior administration, in particular, Prime Minister
Stop it. I want to say.
Simpson Miller.
May I read it back for you, man? Remember we have it. Listen.
Moving forward in a direction of national unity. I want to take a moment to recognize the work done by the prior administration, in particular, former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and former Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips in doggedly pursuing the EFF and rallying Jamaicans around it.
All right. All right, we have to give him flowers.
All right.
All right,
So-
we have to give Nigel Clark him flowers because Nigel Clark admitted that. So, Big Mama, did you hear what Nigel Clark said? No, Wayne, can you play that one more time for Big Mama? Play it for Big Mama. It's only Big Mama we want to listen to it.
Yeah, yes, I want to play it one more time.
Yeah, people, you know what, Clark? Let me hear it. I want you to play it for Big
So we
Mama.
have it, remember we have the thing
Yeah,
about
Moving forward in a direction.
Let me go stop it. Me tell you, so when we talk on it, have to be unassailable. So when I just talk, we have the proof. You hear it for yourself. So, you know, Rona, so we don't do, we want tabloid, you know. Yes.
Moving forward in a direction of national unity. I want to take a moment to recognize the work done by the prior administration, in particular, former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller and former Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips in doggedly pursuing the EFF and rallying Jamaicans around it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, for people who are listening to us, tomorrow morning, just tell Big Mama, you understand, to shut up him clappers. Right? Shut up him clappers and go and do him research. Right? Yes, him can't ground the Titans. But they are so in the space. Titans run things. All right. And I yield back. Bless up, meeting part.
Me give them this. Let me give them this and now. Because with upon this, let me see the NCB problem. I want to go to something else. Let me see something. I want to see something else. Dr. Peter Phillips. Peter Phillips, yeah. Well, I have to draw for sometimes, you know, want draw for these things, but sometimes you have to draw for them, you know, because you know, say, you see me, I say, I am it. I just draw for something. I remember we have the thing, them, you know. I'm at half, let me show you Mama Pia work. Let me show them Mama Pia work. Portia. Let me show them Mama P.
Yeah, we don't play with the truth around here.
Yeah. 2015, this building August. I remember see something, Portia, I see this. I remember, you remember when them said them about the tax? You remember when them talk about the tax and say them never raise not, them not do no tax or nothing?
Yeah.
Talk to them about the tax.
Yeah.
Listen
We have record from that.
Listen to this.
This week in Jamaica Now, the swan song,
2017.
Portia Simpson Miller makes her final budget contribution as opposition leader. She has thanked Jamaicans for their support and sacrifice, but bashed the government over its tax package.
Over the what? The tax package. Although Andrea promoter tells straight line, no new taxes. Lie, man.
Minister Audley Shaw says no rollback of the new taxes. Western Hanover MP Ian Hales and Office of the Contractor General in Lee suspends fee for dormant accounts.
Brother, you remember, you know, this is the same administration. I be like them tell the people, you know, and do it document this is there, you can go look and see it.
Mian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. The opposition leader Portia Simpson Miller this week used her final address to the parliament as a political leader to bash the government's $13.5 billion tax package describing it as unconscionable and cruel. Mrs. Simpson-Miller said the budget undermines the principles of equality, fairness and balance and puts unnecessary pressure on Jamaicans and called for the rollback of the taxes.
This budget will increase the hardship on the vulnerable and bring the middle class to the brink of poverty. This budget will push small businesses to the brink of disaster. They can't take anymore.
Mrs. Simpson-Miller asserted that the administration's version of prosperity is a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. And before her broadside on the budget, Mrs. Simpson-Miller described the occasion of her final address as bittersweet. She said her heart was overflowing with gratitude.
And this again with Big Mama, because he just call him name. When I say she lose and she step down this near April. She done step down April 2017. Nobody never push her. She done make move, you know, because she retired and then Peter Phillips take it up. Remember say election run February 2016 in Byron. Yes. So it's where Big Mama go ask Marky G both of them are resign because everybody resigned. That was a lie to you, brother.
Exactly.
This information.
And expressed thanks to Jamaicans at home and abroad for their love and support.
Mr. Speaker, what a political life I have had. I've seen the good, the bad, the happy, and the sad. But above all, I have had an incredible journey of service to my beloved people and the country.
Mrs. Simpson-Miller will step down on April 2 as opposition leader to allow for the ascent of Dr. Peter Phillips. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister Audley Shaw says the government will stand by its tax package.
You hear these people?
Yes.
And they went on election and said no new taxes, 10 budget cycle. These are lie. Front of only the man tell like, hey, brother, the man them for go away, man.
Critics have argued that the taxes, especially the GCT on group health insurance and electricity, will be burdensome and will cause hardships on poor Jamaicans. But Mr. Shaw says every Jamaican has a responsibility in the prosperity mission of the Andrew Holness administration.
In the case of this group health insurance, is an opportunity for the companies to see themselves playing their own part in helping to encourage further worker productivity by saying, listen, we are making here another contribution to you of $700 or $800 a month for to preserve your health insurance, even as you are taking home more money in your pockets because of the government's policies.
So these people come and run past something, so them never put up no new taxes on them thing there. But it was a lie. Come otherwise they say everything when they put up taxes pan and them set it, even the land tax it raise every year. Plus when things go up, we get more taxes. Oh, the man them so lie.
Well, you see, one of the things that really pull us back from economic success is to the fact that the masses of the people, right, are, not really, literate in the sense to understand, the social politics and how it affect them and you understand bare history. And that is a very, very serious issue, because if right now, Wayne, if you should go out and you do a poll as it relates to just go in the street and ask the youths them, right? Ask them how important politics is to them, right? You will surprise that many will say that the politics, they don't care about the politics. And you see, that is where the problem lies.
Yes.
Because you shouldn't have someone, right, in the society says he or she doesn't care about the politics. Because number one, the politics is going to affect you on a daily basis, right? And the politics affect all of us. So it's important for us, you understand, to seek knowledge and understanding and make sure that we select people, right, with the best ability, the best capacity, right, to represent us. You have to understand the issues that affect you. and then you cannot sell your vote. To sell your vote, right, is to give up your political freedom that you are to attain. Because that political freedom that you have given up a choice to either move the country forward or backward. And so then your vote is significantly important. And for you to understand the reason behind your vote and why you vote. Why do you vote? Because one, you want a good economy, and within the space of a good economy, you are going to get upward mobility. And in terms of upward mobility, you are going to have a better nation moving forward. You are going to have more social services come on board because you are going to vote against corruption. If you show the damage of what corruption can do, right, versus an act of nature like Melissa, and when you look on the total impact of Melissa's damage and the total impact of the corruption, you realize that the corruption in totality is more impactful than Melissa. Melissa today, right, we talk about nearly 2 trillion Jamaican dollars in total damage.
And counting.
And counting.
Yes.
As it relates to Auditor General, our Auditor General is saying to Jamaica that, unfortunately, $3 trillion just cannot be accounted for. We see signs and indications of what transpired. We see where persons have been sentenced to prison and get 10 years, right? That taken out of that $3 trillion, theft, criminality, corruption. We see rural raid and put before the court, right? Theft, criminality, corruption, right? That absorbed in itself with the $3 trillion that cannot be unaccounted for. So when we look at that, we see that our number one enemy that suffocate our economy over the years is corruption. Point to prove is that when you compare the People's National Party and compare the Jamaica Labour Party in the entire history of the politics, we haven't have one People's National Party that has put through the judiciary and found guilty for corruption. In saying this, I am not saying that PNP has never done any corruption. And I will not be saying that. You understand? Because that wouldn't be fair. But I am saying as it relates to the legal system, the judiciary, from 1965 until now, we have more than 10 persons who was placed through the judiciary as it relates to Jamaica Labour Party administration and found guilty, not involving Andrew Holness administration. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if you want to compound how serious it is, if Andrew Holness, right, stopped from being an obstructionist to justice, using his extended arm to corrupt the justice system, and if justice is to flow in a balanced way and an honest way, majority of Andrew Holness' cabinet would have gone to prison, and that's the truth. That's the plain and simple truth. So I'm saying to you, Jamaica, that the corruption is more dangerous and lethal than an act of nature, a category 5 with a wind thrust of 185 miles per hour. Simply mean the corruption is moving at 200 miles per hour. damaging our economy. That's what I'm saying. I yield back.
All right, so I'm going to show you where Angela Brownberg say yes, so. Before me give Angela Brownberg to, we want to go to, but we want to go to Auburn Hill. We want to deal with that case because Auburn Hill take people for that. When you see me run out, come talking foolish instead of there. When we talk about the generator. And then here comes the next spin. I mean, I ask the Broadcasting Commission in a good faith. Why when you don't move the license from ocean wide? The propagandist, because that's enter radio station. Yeah, that's some paid minions round there. Yeah, I try to hold back the country even more because them check every month. Yeah, them need to remove the license from around there, so. We not ask them again. I will look at Arbor Hill and look I'm stupid now, brother. Monday, one is come out and say I'm not afraid of nobody. And war. Then him talk about the generator. But him say I'm gonna buy them now because we are saying them why Akpen never buy a generator. Remember we argue about this. Him say him not give the generator because him
Hold on, Vin. Why him say I'm gonna buy?
Him say I'm gonna buy a generator.
From where?
I don't know. So,
hold on.
Generator run out, you know.
So hold on there. Go to the generator that he have gotten.
Him say him not lend them out. Him can't lend them out.
So we're going to buy.
Give them,
So we're going to buy them.
Me no know. So him say I'm gonna buy generator. But yeah, this. Him say I'm gonna buy generator, you know. Monday. By Tuesday, I will in 24 hours run out with generator. So hold on. Me think it's that process. Can you know just take up money and buy generator so? When you look at all other people and I give, but when no know with me, I remember we do investigative journalism. My idiot, you know. If me tell him before on this show, you see pictures, the before people in my roll camera like this, from back in when the machine them I use back in the 1930s. You know the laundromat them with the washer woman we run Andrew yes. The washer woman from India. When them laundromat they come in existence, them people are say, oh them are wash. You know the laundry, right? Feds used to go around and take a picture. When they take the picture, everything, them analyze, them dissect that. Them analyze it. And them say everything in it. So picture talk for real and video talk. Look on this. Look on a PR you're gonna run with a guy named Abel Hill. You can't believe this, all them so fool. Look on this. Look here.
God bless you.
We have our team, the Ministry of Industry.
And then you have different thing, you know. Smaller, even though we have our team, and God bless you. Because I remember them, I look for the shop, them, well, the most remote, you know, this don't look like most remote. Them tree look like grow back, the road and I look mash up. Them light posts are stand up and I see them have line pan them. So this is what me I talk about, can talk, brother. Right? Remember the roads remote, you know, because you look for place where, and then kind of shop or mash up and them I try to help them, right? Look on this.
Investment and commerce.
Him all of him and bump, you think you're a minister. That for sure say one of them minions this. You could have seen people and put your arms on people, wife or people, baby mother or something, people mother. That is a sexual assault.
Definitely.
And should know you. And one of your colleagues that Mr. Sure said when they do PR in a brother, we can accuse them of everything because you couldn't go out there. It's like you have to put him hand on the woman, brother. You could have your wife stand up and wait, look, man, I come put him on a carrier generator, him don't know her. She don't know, and then you come finger and I go people. This shouldn't be assault, brother.
Yeah, man, 100% right, sexual assault.
Loan you the generator, because clearly you're far away until power comes back.
Yeah, till power come back. Continue.
You use it. And
you might drive up to me, you use it. And I have face to you know. No, you couldn't go put your hand on people, family or not. And nobody at all. As a minister, you don't know better than this. If you have some manners and respect and discipline, not true, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
A serious thing. As a minister, you know, there for go just go people. But you are doing PR, I'm not seeing the mistake them where I make neither, you know. All right.
And we take it and give it to
all right, see my show shop.
Somebody else when you get your power back. Dr. Riley is the man in charge, sir.
Welcome.
You see the tree them around sea grow back the land. There's not dig out the road, not dig out and thing. So these are PR people. Yeah? I mean, no quick them get generator so now they know all PR, you know. If you do animal car Holness here, can't see.
So we just try and get this up for you.
Just see coconut tree stand up there. With leaf and everything. So you say you're not too bad when there. All right.
All right, we're going to help you fix your roof and your door. Okay.
All right, so when them do them start it in a place now. Can't remember a shop, you know, but this have been a bed, it have been store, but it never no house stuff. So this is not a shop. Me not see nothing else look like a shop, brother. This more look like a little room. You see, at the PR gone bad, you know, brother. Because the shop here start up back, right? Yeah? But
Me don't know if it's a sex shop.
All right. Well, I know this is not a shop. You continue. You must start to find this. Them place where them gun, it don't look like a back of God them yet, then either, you know. But me I sure say place have light too. Look.
I'm here as the Minister of Industry Investment.
Look how look full. Me see light post stand up and everything, you know. They also look all right to look
and Commerce. As the emissary.
Him love put him on pan people. So you must know, say, you know, for them here when them love touch people. This him and nimble, you know. He love us all people. And you're minister. All right, continue.
Of Dr. the Most Honorable
Dr. the Most Honorable
Andrew Holness. Oh, yes. He sent me to say, your ministry must...
A shop here look like it get flooded out of it, mash up or something in that shop here. That shop here look like it intact. It have everything in it too. This one look like one of the shop them back a God. Continue.
Get back corner shops.
She have everything him say get back corner shop.
Not the big shops. The big shops, them have...
She have everything said, see there? I'm matter of fact this slab. So this is not one of them. All right.
Have lawyers and all for money. My job is to look after
Little Dooney Corner.
No.
That have light wire and everything up, you know.
Big Dooney Corner, important in the community.
Yeah.
And we're very happy to be here. That as the sun goes down and Sabbath closes, we give...
People, look and Pat. Look on the lights.
Yeah.
But them put that so because a PR them are doing, you know. Can we can say next time them put that and then look
give you brand new lights with a new...
Somebody are walking in the background there. Just look on the mesh. Look on to the white there. From the light to the left. Up on the mesh. You see it because them don't know it have reflection.
Generator.
God. The person in a white clothes the walk goes up.
Bless you, darling.
See the people them to that woman that look on her light in the window, in the red there so behind her sun back. You can see that screen the bulb on, you know. You might go start this now without a plug in and then them pan out to the light to say she get light. You know, sister, them are idiot. Look now. You see the light, Pat, you see the light behind the sun back? Look at them back.
Yeah, man.
Right, look.
Yeah.
See the man bend up. See the light there, you know. In the back. Look to the end of the so over the next man.
Yeah, we see it.
You see it on? So he might do this now and then he might can out to that because of this turn and then they give them light. This is how them lie and evil. Look at
She light up nicely.
Busted.
You busted them for go
Busted.
That not plug in, but me I see the same light there, brother. See the panel there, see the light there, you know. Look on the right hand side in the red panel, yeah, so.
Why this can't be a jingle? This can't be a jingle. You want a jingle for it?
Boy, put a jingle everywhere. Yeah. But they have to go about their business, you know. Because so we talk about this, brother. Him turn on the generator show say him give them light. That not them not plug in. but me see the light already on. Him go place where light on instead of him go back at God, go get a generator. And how him get the generator, I don't know. But this is just the general shipper Andrew Holness. You know, him and them cronies them. Him minions. Them lie. Appear them do.
But you know, we are not say how long Jamaica going to bear this. Because here what it look like to me, you know.
Yes.
Right? The part that I'm taking out of that is that I'm seeing that they are doing political campaigning.
Definitely.
Because the man said him give the generator them to the shop them where
seriously
them back a God. I campaign, you know.
So I am saying, look,
and you know, when them a video, you know. Let me tell you, I do video editing to here, and I do studio engineering too. And I build that to here. Me no bad hey, remember you don't politics them not anyway, you know.
But wait.
They not skill, no trade, or nothing, you know. Them work this, you know. Can't people. Yes, brother.
Me I say in the middle of a crisis, where you have people seriously suffer, and on joke.
Yes.
But what Andrew Holness really depend. You understand? There is no sense of care, no sense of sympathy, no sense of empathy. It's all about him.
Yes, yes.
And so then him start to engineer them little stunts. You understand? Them start to campaign thing to sell a narrative out there that, okay, it is the JLP who is now doing everything. Is JLP giving you back this? And this is one of the reasons why ADPEM should act independently of the politics.
True.
It should be ADPEM.
True.
Right? Who should be doing all of these things. You shouldn't have ministers, right? Going around to selling a political narrative.
Yes.
I try to use, you understand, the circumstances of the people to gain political mileage. You understand, and have good political optics, right, within the situation. People are suffering, you know, and if you, this is it. We don't look and say, well, all right, the government is so insensitive to know that, okay, all right, this is a time that you can't do that.
You might do it though.
Avoid the political optics, right? Because, again, what would be a one-up, right, in terms of Andrew Holness, but he doesn't have the ability to do good. He's naturally evil. Because, listen to me now, if you are a good person, right, and you want to be fair and balanced, this is the opportunity for you to do that. By doing what? Right? Speak and let it know that, okay, it is ADPEM that responsible to deal with all of these things, right? Yeah. And we should take out the politics out of this. You see, if Andrew Holness come out and say that, and really execute that, the optics, the political optics, would be better for him.
Of course.
But because of what he's playing, and because he doesn't have the ability to do good, the man is naturally evil. The man is naturally evil.
True.
And so then him continue to, you know, and look here, I'm always going to say this. I personally believe that Andrew Holness knows very well, as it relates to his political history, right, from 1997 until now. I think that Andrew Holness knows that he has not gotten the love from the Jamaican people. I want people to listen to me good enough. I want people to listen to me good. Andrew Holness ventured into the politics in 1997 of a problem, right? About, you know, interfering with the election, that the election wasn't fair. His first entrance into the politics, he has that tussle in court to fight. That history, right, follow him straight until now. And so then when I look and I start to realize that there is an ugly pattern with Andrew Holness, I start to say to myself, I think the reason why him really not care, because he know very well that he has to steal him way through the political process. So him know definitely that the people them not love him. And so then in his policy, he's vindictive. in everything that he's doing, is vindictive. And I think that sort of vindictiveness, we've been seeing it, right, throughout the way how he deals with the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. And I'm going to tell you why I confirm that. Here why I confirm that, my Jamaican people. I want you to listen to me. If I make sense, right, just say, yes, Mystic, you make sense. It is difficult for a human being, and I'm taking the experiences from many persons who have been to ground zero, broken down and cry, and what they are saying about ground zero. They are saying to us that people, what you see on TV, what you see on social media, doesn't really fully explain or give the full detail of ground zero.
True.
So then, what that is saying, for any ordinary human being, out of the sense of care, empathy, and sympathy, you couldn't go to ground zero and come out to be a normal person without having that sort of emotion tie with you at ground zero. I heard many people who travel ground zero speaking in the same language that ground zero that they visited. I saw a young lady went down there and she was talking about babies who left without the care, right, of the government. And she was crying. And I know that she take with her the affection of ground zero. I am saying this to say the Prime Minister flew over ground zero. The Prime Minister been to ground zero. I want to ask Andrew Holness this. Did you take anything from ground zero? Have you have any emotional attachment as it relates to the sensitiveness, the sensitive nature of what you see? Does it trouble your heart? And you know the reason why I'm asking that question? After the Prime Minister flew over ground zero, the Prime Minister went into Parliament and said that he is offering $10 million to ministers, right, in the areas that mostly affected, and $5 million for the areas not so affected. When I heard the Prime Minister said that, I know that Hitler is very evil. But when I heard the Prime Minister said that, I come to the realization, my Jamaican people, that Andrew Holness, alongside Hitler, is running in the same class. Has no heart. The man is as cold as possible. This man cannot be mammal, cannot be warm-blooded. This man is a reptile. This man is a cold-blooded animal. When I see how Andrew Holness agreed that his administration is going to take out $150 million and loan it to JPS, I confirmed that this man is a reptile. And I'm saying why they couldn't just simply give JPS a between 5 to 8 years extension for JPS to go on the open market and try to finance the loan by themselves and use the $150 million to stimulate the economy through NHT, reconstructing the homes of people who have lost their homes. Do you want a better common sense than this? Does it difficult to see for you to see the evil of what Andrew Holness is doing? Does this hard to fathom? No. What Andrew Holness is doing is clear to every single Jamaican. He is a predator. Andrew Holness is cold, callous. When I see that Andrew Holness, to every giving out that he's giving out, taking picture, and then because of our Jamaican entertainers, YouTubers, and people who are going in and try to help the Jamaican, it seems as if he felt overshadowed because people know the truth. That where he claimed that he cannot find these people, the ordinary Jamaicans are finding them, showing him up that he's evil. When I see all of this, I have a brain and I can process. And I come to the conclusion that we are dealing with a narcissist, someone who is just a living reptile. And I yield back. Melting pot.
Yeah, you rightfully state him to be a replica of Hitler because of the same, type of measures that Hitler used on his people. You see where Andrew Holness is using it as well. But is there a rhyme or reason for Andrew Holness to behave in this pattern? And I would say yes. Because, a leader that does not have anything going for him in terms of good program and development in a country, the only thing him have going for him is corruption, will always lie to the people. Yeah? And Andrew Holness has lied in so many ways. He lied on fiscal discipline. Him lie on poverty. Him lie on, all various type of activities. Because anything that surrounds his administration, he defended. Yeah? He lied when it come to SSL saga. When the question was asked of him, Mr. Prime Minister, are you implicated? Are any of your members implicated? Him say him search far and wide and him not find nobody implicated and him not implicated. So, that just goes to show you the type of guy him is. Yeah? Remember, Andrew Wallace going to Parliament and talk about him had a daddy for fiscal discipline. For him DNA sprinkle all over it. But at the same man under Bruce Golding administration, yeah, that did create a vast amount of indiscipline with IMF. Yeah. And when them create that, them also end up ignoring IMF. They weren't speaking to IMF. So we know Andrew Holness is not supposed to speak on discipline because Andrew Holness is very ill-disciplined. And so I don't regard him. No. I don't regard Andrew Holness no way, shape, or form as a prime minister. Because I know he's not a prime minister. A prime minister care for him people. Yeah? A prime minister wouldn't fly over ground zero and just return back to him high havens and don't have anything designed or created for ground zero. Him leave the people them in a ground zero to suffer and die. Yeah? And this is what we try to show our Jamaican people. When we come on a Thursday night, join forces together as a Titan, we are trying to analyze and, rationalize things as we see them in Jamaica. Yeah? We are not here speaking on biased term. Yeah? We are defending the truth and the rights of the people in Jamaica. And so when you look at Ground Zero, Ground Zero is a tale of destruction. And this is why that young lady that went there from Kingston, and when she realized grave situation that exists in Ground Zero with those baby, I think one of them was 2 weeks old. Yeah. And, it was just like, something mind blowing to her. I think that young lady will eventually require counseling because that trauma has left a long lasting effect on that young lady. You could hear it in her cry. You could hear it in her voice. But Andrew see it from the sky with his eyes. But Andrew Holness ignored the whole scenery of Ground Zero. Because Ground Zero does not represent a stronghold for Andrew Holness' party. So why a evil, corrupted guy like Andrew Holness would offer assistance to Ground Zero? Because it's not in his nature to exhibit sympathy or empathy. You understand? He's a guy that will unleash cruelty to the maximum capacity when it comes to dealing with black people. Because I keep telling my brothers and sisters in Jamaica, capitalism does not wrap its arms around black people on a poor scale. Capitalism is for the rich and elite. And this is why I always like to remember my black people. The wise word of Michael Manley when he said he halted the balance for the black and the poor, and he has no obligation when it comes to that. Yeah? So, Jamaican people have to realize, the policy that is best for them. Yeah? And the policy is democratic socialism, not capitalism. Andrew has to operate on a blueprint because the Jamaica Labour Party is run and financed by capitalists. Capitalists from United States. That's where the headquarters is. That's where the CIA was birthed. And so Jamaican has to realize how the wind blow and which way it blow. So when Andrew Holness and his administration come out and trick the Jamaican people, and they've been doing it for a long time, it's time for Jamaican people to wake up and realize Melissa was not just a Category 5 hurricane, Melissa is also a learning process for Jamaican to understand what type of leader is in charge of the country. When you look at Andrew Holness sitting down on so much commodities as it relates to goods and cash, but not distributing it. And even when he distributes it, it is done on a partisan basis. It begs us to believe Andrew Holness is running a campaign and gift. Because this is an opportunity time for Andrew Holness to exercise and flex that muscle. Because remember, Andrew and his administration clean out the coffers, The last big chunk of them take out a 1.4 billion, I don't know it approved, but somehow it approved. Yeah, without any form of procurement guideline. Yeah, and we know the whole controversy surrounding that. But we know one who had that because Andrew Holness had that to make mention of it in a parliament. And then Pumvas execute it. And we hear some new school buses that come 110. Well, we see old school buses, 50 we can't sit. We can't get the next 60 all now. So we know that go. You understand? And the money no go back into the taxpayers' coffers. You understand? That $1.4 billion unaccounted for right now. They can't give an account for it because they can't tell us say the bus exhaust all of that because them bus they could have get them for nothing. So we know where this administration are going with. It's an administration that has been performing at a high level of criminality in the country. Yeah? This is why $3 trillion gone. This is why we see so much of the people affiliated to the party and the investigation. Guy like Ruel Reed, yeah? The other one from InSport, Andrew Wright, yeah? 22 million. Well, him get 10 years and 7 months. Yeah? Well done, Mr. Judge. You understand? And I mean, we need some of this type of high-level conviction. And we want some more year attached to it too. And we want to get back some of the proceeds from the loot. Yeah? So we know how Andrew administration has been functioning. Yeah? And we know that him have a lot of people from civil society who's also playing a vital role to help him to execute this type of high-level corruption. Andrew cannot do it on his own. You understand? I mean, Mystic touch upon something that is very significant. Yeah?
Look up on your screen. You don't say the boss. You don't say the boss. Look, just look. You don't say the boss. Me I play something for you. Look. This a Pumvaz bus stop where him just build for the one of the bus them. You know, I'm placing them buff there. So I'll go take it over right now. Just to this.
Okay.
The bus stop this, you know, people. Yes.
That's how when the bus them would have come terminate, which by the loading be like. Where the bus said the kids them would have get up and load board the bus this them. Well, we know them guys that do a lot of hanky-panky business, you know. Yeah?
The bus stop that
because I saw them operate waste taxpayers' money. Because they have to do something like this, you know, to vindicate the expense and the expenditure of the 1.4 billion. But it's not, but when we see them scratch the surface of the 1.4 billion, we know what the 1.4 billion was utilized to do. It was utilized to fund the high level of campaign and the high level of money splashing all over the place. Yeah? Lot of people get paid. Even people who supposed to work in the election polling station, them were paid vast sum between 500 and 700,000 not to turn up to work, which costs a chaos and all these things. So we know them operate. But Jamaican people have to use this now. This is an experience, yeah, to vindicate to you, the Jamaican people, who the leader is, what type of leader we have. Is a guy where I'm mashing up to please the CIA, them. Michael Manley fight to liberate Jamaica, you know. Michael Manley fight in a way to achieve maximum return on the backside. Yeah?
Wow.
Increase the backside levy by 8-fold from 25 million to 200 million. And we know where Michael Manley use that money to do, to build out Jamaica, not just infrastructure, but in terms of education, uplifting the nation through empowerment of knowledge. You understand? And what happened to that same backside levy? It gone back to Andrew Holness are the sole beneficiary, you know. Andrew Holness is the sole beneficiary. Because the backside levy gone. But Andrew get a contract with over 200 truck of work. So Andrew a benefit. But Andrew benefit at the expense of the little small haulage contractor them who have them 1 and 2 truck. So Andrew take food off a lot of people table. You understand? So this type of leader dictatorship style guy where we have in the place, we have to find a way for, you know, get rid of him once and for all. We know America now going to do it. UK might do it, but that is a might. But the whole mechanism lies within the hands of Jamaican. Jamaicans are the one who are feeling it on the ground.
Yeah.
Jamaicans are the one who are living through hell at the hands of this leader. And so, if it have to take a concerted effort in terms of peaceful demonstration to trigger a vote of no confidence, then it have to be done. Yeah? Or if it have to come about as a result of what is happening between him and Paul Buchanan, then so let it be. But something has to, trigger the movement of this guy. Because this guy will bring Jamaica into a place where it cannot, emerge from. He must sink Jamaica way below 80. So all the accreditation where you hear him get is just an appraisal from him compatriot them in a Washington, the CIA, the capitalist them. And them alone are endorse him, Nobody from the UK would have endorsed Andrew Holness. Because I'm certain no BBC put out a whole heap of corruption bulletin pan Jamaica. And
Nobody
the
will
United
endorse
Kingdom.
him. Nobody
No,
will
them not endorse him.
Nobody.
The capitalist, the capitalist them will endorse him.
No, but them not endorse him. Nobody not endorse him. None.
Well, the woman there.
Remember, I'm going to say, why endorse him. Even the Prime Minister,
No, not,
for the people.
I not talk about, I know some not get not endorsement at the G20. But I hear this woman here, Artesa Salvador Sally, endorse him.
He come down. All right. So Ligel work, the IMF. And then the IMF World Bank they work together. So what them do, she come down and she feel no. You see, ungo uneducated people them can go deal with it and tell them foolishness. She not live in Jamaica, she not come as a tourist or nothing. You can't stay work at a bank. Like anybody, just a bigger bank, Royal Bank. They get money from the country, she go lend out and looking at something. And she have one back. She not special, she not care pension, she not mason, she not live in Jamaica. She can, if she sit down and watch all of the, all right, look at ITV, look at this. So when she endorse money, that means she tell life and enjoy make people and this are too,
Then that me I say weird. But she a part of the capitalist. She a part of the capitalist.
No, I never call it that. She's just a piece of nastiness. So me never.
Yeah, that's what them do. That's what them do. But she's a part of the capitalist regime.
Yeah, me not real. Yeah, because really the me never not go there. So me I tell the truth with that. Because when she come and say, "Cause remember World Bank enough people work there." So him pick up she why the rest of people in the World Bank to come say the same thing what she has said now. Because
them are just send out one to come and dance him, man.
You understand? Nobody people look money. And nobody see to look here. Look here. This ITV. And we can show you
helping you
no, they're shooting gunshot out of our house. They're sending us home.
How angry are you with the government?
Well, I'm not really angry, but we are hungry here now. So what we can get until they assist us, we will take it.
Oh, she'll come.
You understand?
When you look on this, also say, well, the speed there when they move, and this how much weeks after the people them hungry. So she not.
She no matter when.
She can't talk for nobody.
She no matter, She a paint a narrative for him. We know say lie. She a tell her garbage. We know that.
They come and assist us. We have to take what is here because we do not have anything up there.
So the communities under the hills are in terrible trouble?
In mashed up, terrible trouble. Mashed up.
Look,
everything is down.
And have you seen the military or the government officials here?
Yes, they're just police. Just police. The soldiers, I'm not sure where they are. Just police.
You doing this as one shot or?
Alright. So it's just police.
Alright, see my accelerate there. You hear him say it's one shot fire. Let me tell him. Can them reporter keep it real,
Yeah, one question. This is on one shot. It's good for me. I prefer one shots really. Just tell me one more time. Look, what are people doing here?
We are getting food supplies. Food supplies.
You're having to take them because there's no one here to help.
Right. Food supplies to eat, drink. It's hot.
And are people hungry here?
Yes. We are hungry. We doesn't have any food.
Where is all the offers of help, of assistance from the world?
I don't know. I'm not sure as yet. I haven't heard. We haven't get any communication as yet.
No communication, nothing. We haven't heard anything because we are
So
out of
somebody
line.
from a one woman. That's why I say me not take chief. Just go lay some egg, brother. Me don't even want to
Yes,
listen.
me know that, my brother.
Look
Me
here.
know that.
Look here.
Internet and everything.
I remember me have enough report. The man not touching going on now. Remember the world watch this, you know.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah?
watch Miles back.
And them tell them talk shit. You know, look on this. Look hear this.
They wanna know how that go on, man.
I do them tell all this, man. Hear this.
What's your name?
I'm Stephanie. I'm from
Stephanie.
Yeah.
And how are you doing?
We're doing bad. We're not doing well. We are only thanking God for life, that we're alive are spared to see this day. So all we have to do is give God thanks for sparing our lives. But we are not good. We are not good. We are down. We are homeless.
What do you need most?
We need a house. We need a house. We need a house. We need shelter. We have no shelter.
People seem to be hungry here.
Yeah, because there's nothing for us to do. Everything locked down. So basically, they have to try and get what they want because no aid, nor nothing don't come in as yet. So it's all about that.
Where is the
Homeless, homeless.
You're homeless?
Homeless, we homeless. Next the world, the diaspora, we need you in Jamaica. We need your help. We got no homes, no beds, nothing we have.
You need
my family's in abroad. My sister all in England, Manchester. It's like people, we need you. The diaspora in the United States, Canada, St. Elizabeth people, we need you. We need some strength. For the nations of the Emirates, everywhere, England, we need every help. Every help.
You're homeless and
homeless.
Hungry?
I've ate what I've got early, but we're going down. We got no food. As you can see.
And where is the Jamaican government?
Nowhere.
The world see this. The woman, she say every international news that carry when she come talk she from herself. She can't talk for the whole place that she go away. You know, your friends one day, you know what them do? Them say, yo, if you say something, you know, it carry weight. And just style where him love do. Especially Elijah up there too. I thought it just put in a word for we know. And then Big Mama can spin it. Remember we not call this woman, you know. You understand?
Make sure if you not send money to Jamaica, send your agent to give out the money. Send a client with the money. Don't give it to Mr. Andrew Holness because he's not going to
give. You know, embarrassing that to the world. Remember the world watch this, you know. Can you imagine you're a prime minister? And somebody say, we ain't get the money. Give to a 8 company. Remember, pray it back. Don't give it to Mr. Andrew only. You know what them say, you're survivor.
The money. Send a client with the money. Don't give it to Mr. Andrew Holness because he's not going to give you the money where we figure people about we house.
The government get the money, we'll never get it. I promise you that.
No, man. At this embarrassing. Can you imagine you have your one pick? Remember, pray it back. Andrew, if not like I'm here, this, you know. But remember, I don't know the word. Pray it back.
And where is the Jamaican government?
Nowhere.
You can't speak this
nowhere. Send your agent to give out the money. Send a client with the money. Don't give it to Mr. Andrew Holness because he's not going to give you the money where we figure people about we house.
The government get the money, we'll never get it. I promise you that.
We will never get that. Give him, carry one that come and don't get 1 cent. This town ground where they are don't get nothing, not even sweetie. Don't send the money. Worldwide foreign country, please don't send no money to Andrew Holness. Because now go give Jamaica people, please, me I beg you no.
No, what me say?
Send the clip to me now.
I'm going to send it to you, brother. Brother, when you see these things, you see the amount of clip my watch. And then, you know, say, at the international media make so much here there Jamaica, you know, because Jamaican media hide it. Them hide
them weird. Them weird and Byron. You don't know, so Andrew Holness and him friend them know say him supporting a Jamaica winning. He might have to do a PR by this woman here.
That's why I'm talking about misinformation.
But we not endorse she. We not endorse she, you know. We just have to show the people them where are going.
Yeah, because
the man did have to get one of the capitalists them talk on behalf of him.
Yeah, but him no.
To build up him support, because him support a winning in the country. Them hear all of the video, them see them listen where are going. So them have to send somebody now. That's why you hear that little one shit woman that come out come talk.
Remember, you know.
This little one woman that come out come say something and tell lie. Because she's a pathological liar like Andrew Holness.
Why did I say agencies them not follow her and do it? She run out.
Them not gonna do it.
No, because you know, I don't say alone enough.
Look
OJ, brother. Him a Brain Henry. In the EOJ, him a Brown. Him always, when do input Geico in a...
Them they are garbage, man. Them they are garbage. Where Andrew Holness are trying to sell the narrative in Jamaica. Say somebody from outside of Jamaica.
No, but we don't recognize she.
But we don't recognize her. We not gonna recognize her. But we just have to expose the lie and the people where my use.
Yes. But you what them do now? You what them do, brothers? If she come down, you know, and me see her in a Westmoreland, me see her look over the side of them. Data they did, they all of them did it. And then she make the speech. Then me see some of them come from the Caribbean and I say we're gonna stop with you. So him do if him can read Smaddy for make a speech, make him sound good, then him lift pan them and then him build it up because him a big mama. Remember me know I'm moving now. Him easy for oof. So we know that him a do, but the reality is me can show my million video right now. Even when Robert in a St. Elizabeth talk to the father and the mother brethren, when you look, you know, you say, hey, if we can get in here, how we not get in here? So the woman that I'm commending him, if you say him do a good job. When the whole world see them about him.
The whole world see them about him. All she do is come through some spanner behind film work, but it not gonna wait.
Look at
so we have to highlight she as piece of shit.
Yeah,
that's why I call her silly, you know. That's why I call her silly. She not silly, she silly.
May I play Robert? Hey, you wonder when you're together. Let me play Robert. Hear this. I wonder what me does to me. I forgot send that one there to you know, Mystic. Yeah, but I forgot send that one there too. Look for that one you know. Let me see Robert. Let me find Robert. Hear this. Yeah, burn out the government wicked. Remember now? Them down there burn out the government wicked. Look at this now. I'm going to put Robert, I'm going to put other thing there, because I say big dot, I'm going to put facts here, because I see big dot thinking again, you know. So put facts. Yeah. You know, you put Robert, when you look it come up again, Robert, and I'm not talk again, I'm not talk that. I thought read Robert. Yeah, man, facts, you know, yeah, okay. Let me see this now. Garbage, let me see that one now. Hungry. All right, this is hungry. Let me see that one, you know, mobile. All right, this Black River. All right, let me see that one now. Let me see that one now. The next one.
Back here on Fox Weather Live. Fox Weather is your hurricane HQ. We've been keeping a close eye on the devastation that Melissa has left.
No, this is when them are send down. This is when them are send down. I don't want one day. I want to see the next one where I see that one there we do a bird to them, the people them hungry. I want that too. All right. Remember Andrew try to treat the people. Them Andrew want them are playing a better. You know, so them have to play enough though. And them people are a matter of fact. And I want to say people to come now. Let me see that one here.
Hell that people are going through here. Not only the survivors and the residents, but the first responders.
Hey, him work wicked. Hey, you see him? Him call them in, you know, Byron.
Yeah.
Him call them in, you know, I tell them to come now. Because people are dead. I want to see the one, but I look, because I have so much of them, you say, you know. Yeah? Facts, Robert. Let me get up another one, the more facts. Fox News. Let me see that one now. Oh, the old man garbage. Fox to this to Hurricane no cover in Fox News. Let me see that one now. Boy, I have so much of them, it's unbelievable.
Bracing for impact here on the island nation of Jamaica, and this is Kingston, capital city. And just take a look at this bay right now here in.
Them man and them tell you we're going to go on in the place. But me want to see the one when move from this. So when them come. Me tell you, so we have the video them, you know. So with the news, them when me see it show you say, really, them not like how the government angle the people them in a Jamaica. Them no arms house. You see? I'm going to find a Fox News that we want to give you. I'm going to find a Fox News that we want to give you. I have to make you see that one here. See? So Andrew, after we don't come again with the light. Because I remember him saying, you know, for too much days, it like him confused. Andrew said to me, I have it on video, you know. Me have that too. Say them a scramble, them don't know what to do. See? Yeah, man. Andrew said to man, them a scramble, man. Them don't know what to do, man. Go for this. You see the one with the baby? When you see the one with the baby? Hurricane coverage.
Yeah, man, we see the one with the baby, man.
I see the one with the old one. Look here. Facts
I see the one with the old man. Yeah, we see the one there.
Everything.
Them can't look good for Andrew government, man.
Old man, my God, after she trapped so long, Andrew Holness. And see Facts put it up there and look here. You think
them use it.
You don't get a stretch, I think one of the boat and helicopter, you know, look here. Look how them carry the old man.
Them not have the proper equipment to do them type of search and rescue.
All this sinful in a man.
So that alone show up the government. That alone show up Holness as a liar.
Yeah. Based on what you just play. Yes. How much Andrew Holness said he spent on the military?
He must have billions, man.
Huh?
He must have billions. He must have around 90 billion, then the military how much more billion? Billions.
But hold on.
Yes.
In terms of helicopters, right? As it relates to my last research, I researched and found that JDF has 10 helicopters.
No, him said them have less. No, him like him say it couldn't too much on them, never have on them. So what am I doing? What Andrew doing in a convenience? Him play some game all the while. Him have 10 and him by the most him come in with 8. No, him I say them have less and it couldn't there everywhere. And it's hard for him get a helicopter. That's why I never get one. I have that to on video, you know.
No, but Wayne, what I'm looking on, you know, and the reason why I'm asking these questions.
Yes.
You understand? Because if this was budgeted in terms of him supposed to purchase the amount of helicopters, then the question is, on this point, if he doesn't have, right, those 10 helicopters that can be accounted for, what happened to the money? That's where I'm going.
Yeah, a good question that. That's a great question. Because they will tell me something, you know. Instead of him saying buy it, each time him do that, you know what, it's not cut ribbon.
That's where I'm going.
Can't lie, him cut ribbon on the little things them.
Right, because I have him here on JIS information.
Yes.
You understand, where they budgeted for 10 helicopters.
Yes.
So if you budgeted for 10 helicopters and we have a devastation like this as it relates to Melissa.
We have to wait for Chinook to come in, another helicopter.
We have to wait on Chinook to come in.
Yes.
So what happened to the 10 helicopters? That's what I'm asking.
That
we need to investigate with. I'm going to deal with it right away because something just not really add up here.
No,
but him couldn't have 10 helicopters, you know. He couldn't have 10 helicopters because the affected parish. The affected parish was what, 7 parishes, and I know I'm not deploying 2 helicopters to 1 parish. So he couldn't have that.
One.
So one
him deploy.
Yes.
What happened to the hold on? Let me do some research here, sir.
Yes.
There's something wrong with that.
Yeah, we could put up the woman now. We could put up the victim. We could put up a victim, yeah. Victim still get wet up here. So, hey, I have some video here. It's unbelievable, you know. Victim on road. Yes, I have to put up some of them kind of thing, you know, because the guy, Byron, remember when someone break something on the seat, we not question a lot of things. I don't do it yet, brother. If you don't want to break it now, because we see what time them around, we reach 3 hours already, you know, people, and the thing does not.
Break it, man, break it.
I'm going to break it now because we soon have a wrap up. But let me tell you something now. Let me just tell you right now, because I hear the tone touchdown in Venezuela. I not say nothing to you yet. All right, let me tell you something now. Me talk to my brethren, and him say, Trinidad, I work with America this did have try because them did want the other man come in and win this and that. And my brethren tell me and the man move over 3 decades. A long time I go down to St. Lucia. Keep show down to St. Lucia from the 90s, you know. So I do thing down the long time, see? And him and the Prime Minister close. I am the whole advertising everything for the party, my brethren. All right. So him tell me, just when 2 days ago, come on the other night when I try to get him, I never get him back, right? All right. Now I break this. You saw Trump shoot out. You saw Trump shoot out enough boat and say a jugs.
Yeah.
Said, oh, him say a jugs and him do this. Now it all makes you question and we question and the whole world question. Him said that a jugs when them a carry Venezuela, right? No man, I can't jugs Trump when you are do this. May I make you read this? Put it up on my screen.
That me tell a long time, you know, we say
just read this. See by my screen?
Says he will issue a full and complete pardon to former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez, convicted of drug trafficking. Nothing to go further with it.
No, but you know how much drugs him carry? Let me show you how much drugs him carry. Can you not see not yet? This I'll show you half now. Watch me. So you shoot them there, but the amount of drugs a man you charge for, it's unbelievable. Because a man there take life. If you say people are coming to the country and much drugs, right? Look on the amount of drugs. Let me show you the amount of drugs a man carry. You know, you're not gonna believe this. Watch this. Let me show you the amount of drugs. When you see the amount of drugs, then you say something else. Look on this. Look on me, I'm give you Elsa 0. And the amount of drugs, if you look on here, brother. And then this, it speak volume. So you couldn't shoot both out and tell me say drugs when a man carry this amount of drugs in the country and get 45 years. And you override
Wait. Remember say me a melting pot I tell you a long time saying on drugs in.
No man, I know, but look on this. You know what's on a drug. Remember say me know what's on a drugs that in a drugs couldn't do this. See? Drugs couldn't do it, you know. Can you remember Colombia really have the drugs, you know. Alright, look on this. Look on the drugs. Look on the amount of drugs, people. You're not going to believe it. How much drugs you think? You know how much is 400 ton of drugs? Me say 1 ton, 200, 2,000 pounds, you know. Me say 400 ton.
So Donald Trump. So the question. How Donald Trump pardon him? How Donald Trump pardon him? And persecute the current Venezuelan president for the very same thing.
No, but look at the amount of drugs that man are going and him get 45 years and let him go. No, you have to cut the boat them out of the water.
It has nothing to do with drugs.
Yeah, you understand? You have to cut it and you say the drugs them come across the border and you deal with the people them, but a man are rich. A man are rich. Down this and then
it has nothing to do with drugs.
I let him go, but I not look good.
Right? All what Donald Trump need, right, is Venezuelan oil. That's what this is about. Nothing about drugs.
You have to stand up for something, man, because
and that's why I'm called upon Nicolas Maduro to step down, you know, because I want to get him out. You understand?
Yeah, but
he want to get him out.
Same like Iraq, that wasn't about no, you know, that about no Kuwait business and not all different thing in Iraq.
Remember,
and the lie, weapon of mass destruction in Iraq was a lie.
Remember, from day one, that is the line that me and Melting Pot were saying. It has nothing to do with drugs.
No, I said before, it can't do nothing with drugs because even I remember said drugs are coming up. But if you let go a man with 400 ton, 1 ton or 200 or 2,000 pounds in a people. Minus a 10 ton or 20 ton enough, 400 ton. 500
that I am Blue Mountain.
500,000 ton of drugs. You know much people that kill, You know much people that mash up? Or you forgive my pardon?
You can't get no pardon, man. But Trump gave pardon.
Already, you know.
Me know.
Have something said.
Me say in my term, them shouldn't get none but Trump game. Hey, Trump, anyway the money there, you know. Trump love smell it, you know. Trump is an underworld guy. Trump is an world player. You understand? Why think Trump a hold on from Jamaica? Trump want our backside. We have a mineral just like how he want Ukraine mineral.
Backside get cheap
And
now, man.
offer Ukraine a little garbage deal
The
with
backside
Russia.
get cheap now, man. Because the man then give you for nothing at all the other day, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, him get that now. Yeah, but I mean, some
again, man.
hey,
yes.
yeah, no
But
style.
Jamaica position in the Caribbean, right, is a very serious logistical hub, right, which give Jamaica great advantage as it relates to shipping points and reaching in certain destination, right? So Jamaica has a bargaining chip and a bargaining power, right? And so then
not to the Holness, brother.
No, but in a corruption, you know.
Yes, so you know, have nothing at all. We have corrupted government, you know, have nothing at all. You know,
no, we are talking about
real government now.
You must remember him weird.
Oh, you're talking like him, yeah. Because when you know, my garbage, brother.
No, man, I'm not dealing with the corruption.
We have a guy like enjoy the lightest man of the world. And then everything the man do, it spin. Him turn it around. Then we don't have nothing. Manly that makes sure man Jamaican own in the land. They see I gotta take it and give back to people. You know, Andrew use and trick people. Every day them no investors. Then you as a Jamaican, when I have no house and I have nothing. And it's a little small back. You know, ask yourself, so then every day when them come in with the next investors, if we not see nothing out of them one that will come in. So we're gonna just continue make him send the land them to them and boy invest.
But
where to go for
the problem in Jamaica is that the man don't put a ladder near a window for Jamaica climb or escape through. No, Jamaicans are not participating in this investment ladder. So Jamaican can't scale no heights in their own country. Yeah, but I just want to refer to two of the subject line where Trump administration put out in regard to where going in the region. Them say any country manufacturing drugs and transporting drugs is subjected to war. Yeah, and the second line of command is that get rid of China from the hemisphere. So I mean, those are two strong cards when them strike.
Yes, but I'm busy with Venezuela because I know we neighbor.
Well, yes, Venezuela, we neighbor, but China in our backyard, the whole of them pack up in Jamaica.
No, them to leave too, you know. No, but Andrew, because
Andrew,
Pat, the reason why I'm like China for give them the contract them, because when you get back, kick back, who are know and Jamaica
you can't know long time I talk. Remember me have a video where I put out on social media long time, you know. We tell us that Jamaican can't know nothing. Can't know nothing about that.
You know. So when they do that,
alright.
You know, see one from India. You know, see them people they work with.
Yeah, them have put up a place with. Because them have a different language barrier than us. So them in my work with.
So him can't get
because remember, I know. That's why Dushan Shibadia, the big old nasty washer girl from India. Dushan Shibadia. Yeah. That's why me tell Andrew Holness, you know. You see that jumping for joy and merrymaking where I make over the 6.7 billion. We come for the restoration program. Make sure no Chinese, no Indian, no depend on this development program here, unless it's vitally necessary. Vitally necessary. Because I hear me to see I go to talk about the same things that Jamaica have real trade man in the place. So the little hanky-panky game where Andrew Holness are going with right now. Jamaican people, we don't make sure no demand the work, you know. And that's so the passa if we broke out if Uno not get the work. Because of Uno has suffer and the economy want kickstart and them can't take the money and give some people where they must send it back to them country. Because the Chinese them in Jamaica work on behalf of the Chinese government. China government are benefit from the Jamaica government. Yeah, because of them farm the kickback pocket for the Jamaican government. You understand? So we have to make sure our people, get the benefit of this 6.7 billion car. Our people are paid back with interest. No Chinese now pay back that.
You're right, Pat. No, but mistake. Before we run on, but Pat, right? Because It no make no sense. You and your our great grandparents them have to pay about the money and the Chinese get to move the money out. And some other people get the contract. That to no fear none.
And you better know where I do.
The money
And you better know where I do. As Mickey and tell him say Civil War will break out in Jamaica. Any try to include the Chinese them on this program here. Jamaican people now go take it and lay down like that. Him better know him I do. You see him I jump a jar with the 6.5 billion, 6.7 billion US loan. You see him I jump a jar. He make sure no say don't make this beam sorrow. Because the Chinese them done a build the road already. And I build substandard house now a place. And that must stop.
Edmund Rich.
Good. Them can't build no more house in Jamaica. Because them don't know about building Jamaican type of houses. So not, all right, sir. Them don't know about them type of building there. So them need to just continue go and build the road.
Aye.
You see all them house restoration here. Make sure know the Jamaican put to work. And you should have put them to work already. Instead of you slung boy you wait for 90 days for container come in. So you want to rob the money. And that style. Yeah. You want to rob the car. See the right now. The builders authority them come out and push back on your container project. Them a tell you say it no good. You understand the master builders of trade. Yeah, and the Architect Institute and them people. I warn him about them container houses there. And we are warning him long time. And him need to take heed. Because him now go waste the 6.7 a portion out of the 6.7 boy and bring in 3,000 at container houses now, you know. Can reduce it from 5,000, you know. Because here we are talking about it. Yeah. But him want to roll it out long time and not just now. A long time him have the idea.
But so that me I tell you say a prime minister without vision. So if me come and me say 5,000, me can reduce it. How much him say now?
No.
Him said 3,000 something.
Him said 3,000.
No, but that
3,000 what? 700?
Hold him to him word. So if you just come say 5,000 and you order that, or you reach 3,000, same like with the generator. But we chat to him and say go buy. Him say go buy. But he never buy before.
And him still no buy none. And the same generator you see the man them a give out.
I believe. They might try to trick the people again. But
him no buy no generator we ain't a mistake.
Him no buy none.
Him no buy none, you know.
Eh?
Yeah. Where's the
and the same generator them a come in. You see him have the guy out with the cronies them. Cause him couldn't buy none in a less than 24 hours.
I like man. Them have that where them get, you know. But here this now, Byron.
Yeah.
I said with him and the kind of thing with them I put out, you know, see what them want to do. Them come out, remember say ITV, remember CNN talk to you, remember other TV that you know, facts and things, and these things documented by how much stay, Mr. Robert, they say, how much stay gone, and no government member, nothing for the people, and him vex. The man say, Robert, you see Robert? Here you can't come, me not look at no man, say a garbage. Robert, no, you remember them man, they run down, they say like them a tornado and hurricane chaser. So 25 years, him have the expertise to go and see and him know the devastation.
Yes.
So these people are what me listen to. Me not listen to Gabby. Because the amateur fact, when she cock up, when she the like acrobat, him in the storm and place blow off with him and loving all the glass.
They not see him, man. They not see him. Him the on the ground, you know.
Before the storm and him went
and him ask where the JDF there.
So when the man attack, him talk is unassailable.
Right.
25 years and hear him say can't go right out too much more storm. I'm a tell the devastation. Remember him tell me say the amount of water where it can drop, you know. Place a runway, can the place can back up in and it happen. Him tell us that come and wait to come through because them a watch it. Right? So everything where him say it happening, you know. He must say the amount of water where it can dump because them say remember them fly the plane and it have to turn back, you know. Cause them wait them fly night too, you know. Yeah, but people flying at the storm going at the eye and then them drop something like balloon. Remember me watch all of these things, you know. So I know what them do and measure it, and they just satellite alone and them look and do it and the speed and then know it go and then it have a whole front to it and pick it and drag it up. And me I say, Jano. But a good thing, the cold front If it come little earlier, it a drag it class Kingston. It does billion like it come drag it little later, so it drag this so. If it come through Kingston, man, I'm more devastation, brother.
Yeah, it should have make landfall quicker than the time. I
So
thought enter from Kingston.
Can I drag the cold front will come down and I drag it in? Okay, I remember it not like Holness. So I grab it, but it go out and then I drag it and come over the part of the island. I'm lucky, you know. Can we do one through Kingston in Iran?
I'm more damage.
And more people live there. Can you imagine better?
Yeah, more damage.
So him went out the storm. So when I listen to the report of them from overseas. The one of them were up on the ground was stayed there. And them I tell the whole 8 can remember, you know, them are broadcast straight to for them. Broadcast, you know, so I broadcast. Yeah. So them I say, when them get in here because the people them care and them begs, not on Holness. No, I'm a look
well, I mean, we in Byron. Remember, say you have mainstream media personal at talk about what them up on the ground are doing, you know. It should tell the foreign journal. Them not about the foreign journalists them. All right. So you know them have something behind. You know from there and then them have a plan and a motive. Them never want no international foot on the ground for highlight it.
Yeah, because she has said when them have to done here, you know them get some of them say, oh, them get visa and come here. Them that you have doctors without borders and you have journalists at the same thing. So them going to
same thing.
Nobody know.
Anyway,
something or whatever them a report. And them
you call them writers, reporters. Yeah, writers, reporter. Them go anyway.
Them go in the real devastation and risk.
All right, sir. On the ground, head on with the wagwan.
Like government can't reach. Why them can't get in here? Because them take how much hours to go through, but him going there for report and show.
But him going there.
Yeah. So if it's a thank God for them, not our one in a Jamaica, you know. I be a garbage and report, you know.
Hey, but we in a mystic. You know, say if Robert never do them work, then Jamaica wouldn't get the aid where it get.
No.
Because it go through the international media.
Yeah,
you understand? And them look on and know so them get accurate and credible report.
That's right.
So this is why Jamaica got the level of support where it get. And the swiftness in the relief program. And Andrew do nothing.
No.
Remember, Andrew and the minions never wanted to broadcast to the extent because Andrew tell the journalists at the first press conference say, if we have the country up and running within less than 2 weeks.
Before we're going on, man.
Play it, man.
Andrew, remember what we talked when it have to be unassailable. And Holness. Here we say Holness. Because I say a lie, we are telling Parliament because I know some staying over.
Yeah, and I remember all the education minister that come out and say school are go up and running in no time. Them are idiots, you know.
Andrew Holness, we spoke with him last night. What a day it has been. Certainly, Prime Minister, thank you. What are you hearing about the impact of the storm? What kind of reports of damage are you getting?
Well, just as you have heard from your previous two guests, that the corridor of impact would have been in the southwestern end of the island, St. Elizabeth, parts of Manchester.
Byron, listen this and tell me if this man did not talk like him need the help from out there. Just want to listen to the people now. Andrew is not telling people them say we are right. Listen.
That's why I draw back
and
on that.
Heading to the northwestern end of the island, St. James, Hanover, and parts of Trelawney. It is clear that wherever the eye of the hurricane hit, there would be devastating impacts. And the reports that we have had so far would include damage to hospitals, significant damage to residential property, housing, and commercial property as well, and damage to our road infrastructure. But I think that, we have mounted a very credible and strong preparation and recovery strategy.
Them did have a strong preparation and recovery strategy, better. You
lie.
And use them. Remember, play it back, not my word. Listen.
That, we have mounted a very credible and strong preparation and recovery strategy.
Yes.
And that will help us to ensure that our citizens who may now be facing hardship they can have confidence that the government will be able to reach them immediately after the storm is passed.
Right now, some still maroon off. Over mountain, these are the things we tell international media, no joke we make. So here the man have here put the time I want help now. You're Cooper now to it.
Yeah, I mean, when do you anticipate you would be able to get rescue repair crews, electricity restored to some of the hardest hit parts of the island?
So you ask him about repair crew and electricity. He knows someone wants some help down here, Something you know what, remember, he never figure South Africa talk on the TV and talk the truth. Yeah, Byron. Remember, strong and incredible. He might touch everybody as it gone. Hear this now.
Island.
Well, in the eastern end of the island, we should be able to start the recovery process immediately.
Immediately we'll start the recovery process. Continue.
So tomorrow onwards, we should be able to restore electricity, telecommunications.
What?
In the southern end of the island.
Yeah, this. Tomorrow onward, we'll be able. This is what I'm telling the international body, the journalists.
The man use the word restore,
Restore tomorrow onwards. Yeah,
Let me take a thing of my cabinet. All the ministers are mobilized. We have put the necessary measures in place. So tomorrow.
Who put the message and yesterday I say I put things and it confused. You show this, not even Agpen will get money, them don't know what to spend it and do yet. I have that pan video too. With them say man attack. But yes, still them start this.
Are the efforts to clear roads to ensure that there is island-wide connectivity to.
So he must clear roads and make sure there is island connectivity. But after this is a Tuesday night, people. This is a Tuesday night. And when you look 1 week, 2 weeks, and I know enough road never clear.
Return electricity and to deal with the humanitarian issues that may occur, the need for food, medicine, and temporary shelter. All of those will be mobilized tomorrow.
All of them are Ivan. Come off your summer. All of them mobilized tomorrow. Not my word. Not melting pot word. Not mystic word. Angel word. You're holding with them one word, them brother. This bad. International.
Man is a deceiver.
And this is how you tell them. You're well ready, well prepared to, But people still not school right now when no one put on ball field. People don't have the food. People have to bury them dead. No people wash where and I know them to find them and you stop count body. Leptospirosis. If I never the international journalists them where some local, me don't know where them there for around them where. For some local media say them don't want them there. And that them saying about
yeah.
Yeah, man.
And you have some people buy out that and say, we can monitor them run come down who invite them and them fit you come.
But that's why we know corruption lies between the media house and the government. That's why we know corruption lies thick between the media house and the government. Enough of them are report from bias access. You understand? But the credibility come from the overseas journalists them. We get the true accurate report from where I want. And I mean, this is how Jamaica benefit to the tune of all them benefit. Because without the international journalists on the ground and I show it and go right in at the meat of the matter, go all in a people house and show you which part the water come up on the wall. People see the full scale and the extent. And the journalists them would not do that. Because they are corrupted missile for the people in Jamaica. A lot of these journalists are corrupted missile. They kill the people in Jamaica by supporting a kleptocratic government, a regime government, a dictatorship style of leadership. Them support that them they behind it and back it 100%, and it has to stop. All right, my brother.
This evening, Black River that, because I'm hungry, them start come up now, see them look again. You have to watch the wreckage where you're there, I ain't did this much yesterday. And come out of Black River, see there? A crocodile, man.
Crocodile. Yeah.
Just take it, don't sit and take it. See, right at the people them building. No, you did it, son, and you don't know, and you run on that. They might bite you. So you have
and you have no, we have, brothers, we have to deal with some about this crocodile business,
Yeah, man.
We cannot protect these species.
Them overpopulated.
Them overpopulated.
Them overpopulated by far.
Can them have egg and them
So you can't sacrifice your citizen life, you know, at the expense of crocodile, you know. It's not supposed to happen.
Them eat enough people, you know, what me say, you know.
And what if people them eat? It has to stop. We have to send a message, yeah, to the people in charge. Something has to be done about this, about the infested. When you put pressure upon organization, them have to crumble. You understand? That have to get pressure. After the crocodile, no better, my brothers and sisters. 54 years, you protect something.
No, you can't.
Well, you how much egg? Well, you how much egg?
Yes. And them
hey, this Allah have to come into place urgently.
They live like 70 years and up, you know, 70 years.
Yeah. Them live to the life of a human being. Them get the same 3 score and 10 what we get.
Yeah.
But we can't manage one of them. One human being cannot manage one of them.
No.
You have to have something devastated like a weapon to defeat that. So we can protect something to destroy human being life. What kind of lunatic government we have in the country?
You're in the dark, you know. And you walk, your house today, and one of them
man.
And them walk, you know. And grab you. Because them love grab you and tear you up, you know.
I grab and tear up and go on with you, man.
For sure.
You can imagine you burying at the belly, come like Jonah on the wheel. You burying a crocodile berry. Your body inside of a crocodile.
My buck you up and swallow you.
Yo, hey, them government you need. I want to them government you be around the place.
In flash, tear you up and then swallow. So in buck
you know, see the people in the administration now at Jamaica play. And lunatic the whole of them, you know. Lunatic them.
Yeah, man.
Never all them agency there. And where them are going with? Get rid of the crocodile them.
Too much of them. But if we go do a little market where we can make 2 clan bag or something, because yeah, them dead are valuable. Anyway,
use them leather, man. Use them valuable. Yeah.
Alright, sir.
Use the leather them.
Yes, I. But they are later, brother.
Yeah, man. Blessing yourself. Bless.
Worries, you know. Holness, let me send the thing to you, man.
Yeah.
Later. We out. Bless.
Blessing, my brother.